Nay, rune Lord Thorgar, tomorrow let it be known that the denizens of Karakstrig have relented this place. No dwarf nor any other shall dwell in these halls, should they fall under the dominion of foul Urk, Grobai, or Elgi. This Karak shall be rendered into ruin. Beyond this wall are stowed full 100 casks of powder for the firing. Do what thou must, son of Grungy.
In other words, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Fluffenhammer. There's a lot to talk about tonight, so let us please roll the music!
Yeah, no kidding, there's a lot to talk. There's a lot going on, isn't there?
Oh, I'm just talking about my own personal stupidity.
Yeah, right, that too. But my God, is there a lot going on?
As always, I am Adam. With me, of course, is Andy, our technical zombie.
Hello. I make things explode. Or not explode.
Tech zombie. Is that like a Dark Mechanicum thing?
Well, I'm thinking technical zombie because technically he's a zombie, but also he's the zombie that does all the technical stuff.
I was going to say he's the zombie who does all the tech. Yeah.
Yeah. So
makes sense.
Works both ways.
As long as I'm not a wall servitor, because someone's probably had sex with one of those things.
Yeah,
before.
that's not, and it's not a good thing anyway, is it? It's not a great position to be in.
No,
the violated sexually thing is definitely not a good thing. But you're pretty much brain dead, so you don't really care.
Fair point.
You're dead, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I never thought of that, but yes.
Yeah. It would be cruel if they were kept in. It would be crueler if they were kept in their senses.
I'm sure that's there. I'm sure that's there in some, because of the nature of the Grimdark, right? There are servitors that have some flicker of their consciousness left. There's no doubt.
I would imagine that's for very specific servitor functions, though. For like a one that's a light switch, you don't need that.
No, you don't need it, right?
Something with a bit more complicated, maybe you need something a bit more sentient. I don't know.
Yeah. I think that is the case. I seem to recall reading that in the fiction. The more complicated they are, the more of their functions they require. So yeah, with lots of other bits suppressed, it's like
which
not nice.
Leads to the question: Are there?
We love the Grimdark.
Are there pleasure servitors?
Oh yeah. Oh, of course.
Every servitor could be a pleasure servitor. With enough love.
If you're adventurous enough,
yeah.
No, when I say pleasure servitors, I mean servitors that are used for people's pleasure for whatever reason, but without getting Slaneshi about it.
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt.
So
without getting Slaneshi?
Yeah. No,
any kind of sexual intercourse would be Slaneshi.
Yeah, but Slaneshi's going to be too fussed about, a bit of missionary, Yeah, three times a year missionary.
Yeah, well, it's like getting £1 versus £50. You're still happy with £1. Yeah. You'd like
no.
It does, if pleasure is involved, even if it's just like a servitor that dispenses Pez or something, Slanesh is into it.
Right, now I want a sex and Pez servitor. That's what I think the future needs. Where, on the point of orgasm, there is no arcing jet. It's just a little Pez comes out of his throat. So, don't mind if I do. Nom, 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 nom.
I was never into Pez.
You also have to bear in mind, like, the technology being what it is in the Mechanicum, they don't really know what they're doing. They know, the processes, but they don't know exactly what they're doing. So there could be in every servitor a little spark of consciousness. They just don't know it.
Yeah. This is every now and again you open a cupboard and the cupboard servitor just looks at you like, oh...
I'd imagine like one of the only members of the Mechanicum who understands technology on an abstract level and understands it outside of the religiosity of the Mechanicum is probably Belisarius, right?
Mm-hmm.
He gets it. He kind of gets it.
I mean, Belisarius Cole is the type of person who would probably put a spike through a servitor's head if it looked like it had too much intelligence going on behind the eyes. It's like, nope, don't want you looking at me. You might have seen something, and you might be able to tell someone. Spike.
Right.
That's a good idea. Or it could just rebel, potentially, depending on how much how much personality and control it could have. So it's a good idea.
There's some fun to be had with that, isn't there? There is some fun to be had with that. I like the idea of rebel servitors.
I could see the Inquisition keeping every servitor fully conscious, though.
Oh, God, yeah.
The Inquisition would be the ones that would be like, no, don't mind wipe them, fully conscious so they know what they've done.
Yeah, it could be punishment, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
It's like, because it's the Inquisition, they're like, no, you're going to suffer for this.
Yeah, of course.
In a universe of there being no good guys and everyone that pretends to be a good guy is a bad guy, the Inquisitors are the biggest bastards around, so yes.
They have to make hard decisions. I don't consider them bad guys. I think they have to do hard decisions.
No.
Calculated numbers of going, oh shit, we need to do something bad here to do the greater good.
Yeah, but they could be less of a prick about it.
Nah, well, just because you're a dick doesn't mean you're a bad guy. It just means you're an asshole.
Because it depends on which part, which theory you go with. I mean, there's a lot of theories that they are the bad guys, the Inquisition of the 40K universe. The theory that the Emperor, if he was allowed to die, would actually be released into the warp and become this god of light that would disperse chaos, and they're deliberately keeping him where he is, so that they can continue their authority in the universe. It depends on where you go.
It's left ambiguous because that could also be like a chaos theory that would be like, well, set free. It ruins everything.
Yeah.
Ambiguity.
Absolutely, and that's half the fun of the setting. There's so much stuff that's up in the air that you don't know a full answer to, that you can play around with, and like, well, actually, I believe this.
That's the nuance, right?
Yeah,
that's the nuance. Yeah, it's the whole thing. Like, oh, Magnus did nothing wrong. No, Magnus did a fucking lot wrong, actually. Regardless of which part you look at, he did a lot wrong, but so did everyone else.
Yeah,
everyone. There's like, of all the stories in the heresy, barring maybe Angron's, I think like Magnus's is probably the most tragic because everybody does everything wrong in that story.
Yep.
Like everybody does, from the Emperor on down. Everybody does everything wrong. The Emperor met Magnus psychically, literal, like centuries before he actually physically met him on Prospero. All he had to do while they were swimming around in the warp together is look at that over there. You see that? That's Zeech. That's Zeech, and he has an interest in you because of your inclinations. Stay away from it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all he had to do, and he didn't.
No.
It's like, fucking idiot.
Well, that leads to an interesting question. Who, out of the Horus Heresy, did nothing wrong?
Nobody. Nobody.
No,
there's very few people did nothing
did Malcador
wrong.
do anything wrong?
Oh yeah, Malcador's a manipulative evil shit. Malcador's evil.
No. I will not have you coming at me saying that Malcador's a little shit. Also, I'm not allowed to call the Inquisition a bunch of bellends. I'm not having it.
They are too. Yeah, no, they absolutely are.
To be fair, that was me that said that.
Oh, sorry, yes. Yes,
I mean, Malcador is kind of like the forefather of the Inquisition in many respects. He's kind of the one who set up the beginnings of it.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, he's a monster.
Mm-hmm.
By any standards, he's a monster. He's authored genocides and... horrible creature. But then again, everyone is. There's there is no one good. Angron, funnily enough, Angron says it. He says it in Betrayer. He's very astute when he's talking to Lehman Russ. He says to him, "Our father is a slaving bastard. Our father is a slaving genocidal bastard, and you're an idiot. You think you're doing the right thing, and you're not." I just do what I do because that's what I am. I don't have any choice in the matter.
So Monkfin, over on the on the Twitch chat says, arguably some of the remembrances, but only some.
Some of them, yes. Some of them, not many. Some of them, maybe.
Also, the Interrex. The Interrex did nothing wrong. That's true.
No, they consorted with aliens. They can get them.
In the 4 pages that they were there before they got murdered. Yeah, they did nothing wrong. Hot take. This is from David. Hot take. Russ did nothing wrong, but never stopped to question things after
Crossroads.
He
did a lot.
No.
He did a lot wrong.
Russ
he did a lot wrong.
Russ was not. He did many things wrong. He was not. Yeah, no, absolutely not.
Although, to be fair to Russ, a lot of that is him being badly written.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily his fault.
Yeah, him.
I don't know why. There's so much they could do with Russ. And they always get it slightly off. He always comes off as a bastard and as a hypocrite. The
problem is, Russ has never been allowed to be his own character. Russ is a combination of various Thor and Odin cycles that have been repackaged, squished together, and thrown out. He's never had much of his own character. The only time
such a shame.
It is. I mean, the only time I can think of he's had his own character is when he's playing Regicide with Malkador, and you get to see the tactician, the thinking man's barbarian that he is. But then that's one scene in one book, and then the rest of that book is and here's all the story of Thor when he went to the village of the giants. Really?
There's that.
You're just going to take that word for word?
Yeah, there's that human culture in Horus Rising, at the end of Horus Rising, that knows all about chaos. They know all about chaos. They know exactly how to handle it. They've been inured to it. They've been containing it for millennia. And then, of course, Erebus comes along and fucks it all up. They didn't really do anything wrong. They didn't do anything wrong.
No, they consorted with aliens.
Yeah, so what? They'd found a way of containing chaos and inuring themselves to chaos. They were the good guys. And then the Imperium comes along and wipes them out.
The Votan did nothing wrong. And also from the chat, the Mega Arachnids. The Mega Arachnids never did anything wrong. Monkfin says...
From a planet called Murder. I don't know about that.
Yeah, that's brilliant, right?
Well, that's because you're saying it without the accent. It's Murder, and it's, That
sounds French. That makes it worse.
There are more innocent parties, but there's nobody who does nothing right. I mean, Angron's one of the more innocent parties, technically.
What about Ferris? What did Ferris ever do to anyone?
Poor Ferris gets
his head.
Yeah. Poor Ferris.
Yeah.
Ferris was boring. That was his greatest sin.
Yeah.
I always feel sorry for the Iron Hands. They get really short shrift in the Horus Heresy books. Their greatest claim to fame is that their Primarch gets beheaded by Grimm.
They're pretty boringly written in the Horus Heresy series, and it doesn't help that their color scheme is really boring as well.
It's such a shame because in 40k, they're great. Their codex, like the codex supplements and whatnot from 9th, fantastic, really good fun. They're so interesting, but no, in the Heresy, not so much.
No. Sanguinius? What did Sanguinius do wrong? Other than trying to create his own imperium, there is that, obviously.
Well, there's that, but also, just by the nature of his being, he's an instrument of genocide. Even the nicest Primarchs have slaughtered thousands of people, destroyed entire cultures and worlds. None of them are good.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
What's stronger, 5 or 1? 1. There's a great scene with Robert Baratheon. What's stronger, 5 or 1? 5? No, 1.
See, all I'm thinking here is Terry Pratchett's Interesting Times, where you've got the 5 armies versus 7 old men, and everyone's betting on the 7 old men because the odds are so against them. Well, it's 1,000,000 to 1 chances. They crop up 9 times out of 10.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Always bet in black, that's what they say, right?
Well, that's what Will Smith said in one film. Not Will Smith. No, oh, hell.
No, I can't remember what film it was from, but it was someone from something that said it.
Wesley Snipes.
Was it Wesley Snipes? Yep. What film was it? Was it Blade? It wasn't Blade.
No, it wasn't Blade. He's on a plane. He's talking to someone.
Passenger 57.
There you go. That's the one.
Yeah. Did he say that in that movie? Did he?
Something like. Yeah.
I think one of the more interesting questions is who is the worst? Who's the
Well,
most...
Will Smith and Wesley Snipes. I think the answer is Will Smith.
I mean, in 40K, like, who is in the Horus Heresy series, who is the most evil? Who is... I mean, I know the answer. I know the answer everyone's going to get is fucking Erebus. So, Mogford.
No.
Jinx.
No.
Jinx.
The Emperor. It's the Emperor.
The Emperor, yeah. It is the Emperor, yeah. By a country mile. By a country mile, it's the Emperor.
I really like...
actually know everything he wants to do, because it's still kind of ambiguous of what he's really after, right? Don't really know. No.
But there's two things here. One, I really like how, when speaking about the Emperor, George put a massive inflection on the first part of Country Mile, which I thought was very interesting and very telling. But also,
the Emperor is the big bad guy of the setting. I mean, that's one of the central ironies, right? That's one of the central ironies, and it was kind of explicit in the earlier versions of 40K.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I know. I mean, some of the authors definitely think that. I mean, Abnett definitely thinks that. Graham McNeil definitely thinks that.
Yeah, when you get the entire Dark King part of the final 3 books, and he's not a good guy.
The potential evil of the Emperor. I mean, beyond all of the genocides and everything else, which is, enough, he is potentially metaphysically the greatest evil in the universe, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, second only to, what's his face, that stupid fucking Perpetual. Oh,
which one?
The American...
John Grammaticus.
Yeah, him.
Grammaticus?
Yeah, he's a shit.
He's not evil. You just don't like him.
No.
Kind of happens.
That man does not flush the toilet after going for a shit. Pure evil. That man gets a cherry bakewell, eats the cherry, leaves the bakewell. Evil.
God, where did the hatred for Grammaticus come from?
I can't fucking stand him. I hate him.
Bless.
No, he's awful. He's a...
You must have hated Ending the Death then, because he's like one of the main characters.
Every single time he turns up, I wanted to boil my face and take my eyes out with an ice cream scoop. He's awful.
The Perpetuals were not a great addition to the 40K mythos.
If there was one or two, it wouldn't be a problem. Like Vulcan
there's so
and
many
Ollie.
by the end of the Death.
Oh.
Jesus.
Oh.
And they pull more and more out their ass, and it's just all a Dan Abnett thing. It almost feels like a self-insert in some ways.
There's a heck of a lot of them in the lore now as well, aren't there? I mean, Vulcan's got to be around somewhere still. Yeah, he's a perpetual, so he's got to be still around somewhere. It's like, presumably.
Ollie, I think, is a really fascinating character because he's a character.
I liked
Ollie. Ollie's an amazing character because he's got the weight of the years on him. Yeah, and the fact that he is a Christian, the fact that he is connected.
That's great, right? He's a Catholic, isn't he? He's Catholic, right?
It's a wonderful piece of storytelling.
In the 40K universe. It's great.
It is. It's absolutely brilliant. And then you've got Vulcan. Vulcan being a perpetual is an interesting take. Grammaticus is just the most boring take on the idea of an immortal you've ever come across. He's relentlessly dull. He's awful. I hate him.
Do they still exist in the 40K universe? Like, the Perpetuals presumably must be still around, right?
Well, they have to be.
That's their nature, yeah?
Yeah, unless it was just put them all in a singular box somewhere.
Unless there's been like some metaphysical shift that's destroyed them or something,
Mm-hmm.
Would you?
I mean, we know Horus did that. Horus did that, didn't he? Spoilers, by the way. There was. I won't say it, but there is a Perpetual that he kills.
Yes.
At one point. Obliterates. Like, doesn't just kill, obliterates, from reality, just...
The wrong one.
Yeah.
Do you consider people who are turned into living chairs to be perpetuals, since they never get to die?
I mean, that's exactly what I'd like to do to Grammaticus. Just to staple him into the floor and sit in him,
Yeah.
David...
Wait, on him or in him? In him.
Your mileage varies.
Is he more like a beanbag?
Yes. So live forever.
Grammaticus human flesh beanbag.
Live forever is my beanbag. Because I'm just filling it with beans, one bean at a time.
Yeah.
It's like, you can't die.
No, I hate baked beans.
But
No,
of course.
no, I don't.
mean,
I don't
like-
hate him because he has an American accent, chat.
Uh,
I think that's actually a really cool idea. The fact you've got somebody in the 41st millennium, well, in the 31st millennium, with a full American accent. I think that's kind of cool. I do like that. It's just that him as a character is insufferable. You think my hatred of Erebus goes far? No, not
I was going to say, most people, if you ask them the question, who do you hate the most in like the entire line, the entire run, it would be Erebus. Most people would say Erebus.
Sometimes,
Easy pick.
as a little treat for myself, I like to play the Erebus Khan section, but have John Grammaticus there instead of Erebus.
Oh, bless.
It's a little treat just for me.
Poor John, wow.
Get up.
The great thing about Erebus, of course, he's still around. He survived. And not only does he survive the heresy, he gets everything he bloody wants.
Yep, Erebus wins.
If anybody wins the heresy, it's so got to be him, right? It's so got to be him and maybe Lorgar on the side, but Erebus wins.
We have an Adam White in the chat, and he says that there was a Death Guard in Eisenstein with a Texan accent, and I loved it.
Oh, really? Wow. That's kind of cool.
I don't remember that. I'm going to have to go back and have a listen.
Yeah, I haven't listened to the audiobook, so I wouldn't mind having a look at that.
I quite like the idea of, it's been a long time since I got Nurgle's rot. Yeah, I've been burning.
Didn't last long. Which one would that be, then? I'm trying to think, because I haven't read the Eisenstein for a long time.
Me neither. I'll have to go back and have a
long time.
I'll have to go back and have a listen. But let's segue, because it's a good place to segue. Because, George, you've got something to announce, haven't you? Something new that we're doing.
Absolutely, yes. We're going forward, guys. We're going to be doing a book club. We're not sure how. We were sort of discussing monthly, bi-monthly. Is that right, Adam?
Yeah. I'm thinking sort of every 2 months. That's probably going to be enough time for people to be able to pick up and read stuff, because real life happens.
That's right. We'll announce them in the various platforms of the Fluffenhammer, but it is going to be a discussion of we're going to start with the Horus Heresy books, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yep. So it's Horus Rising.
Yep, and we're going to do them all, even the bad ones. Yeah, we're going to do them. It's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting.
You're a horrible human being.
I know.
What made you want to do the Horus Heresy specifically, not any of the other series from Warhammer?
Oh, well, I'm sure we'll get round to them, because there are series I like better, to be honest, than the Horus Heresy books. But it's the one, isn't it? It is. If you want to understand this universe, you've got to understand the Horus Heresy. It's the one. It's the one that everybody knows as well. And also, I mean, I have started rereading Horus Rising, and I haven't read it for a long time, and it's fascinating to me. It's just so interesting contextually how much that book has. It changed the setting when it came out, and it changed it in ways that I'd forgotten about, like really profound ways that I'd forgotten about. And how much of that book in particular, a lot from the Horus Heresy is filtered into the main lore, but that book, there is loads. There's loads. The Space Marine, right? The Space Marines army-wide special rule, the Oath of Moment, that comes from Horus Rising. It is coined in Horus Rising, and ironically, it's coined in reference to the Sons of Horus, a traitor legion. So,
I think it's probably worth saying as well that we probably won't do the Horus Heresy books like back to back.
No, there'll be bits and pieces in between, whatever. Because I mean, there's certain things we've just got to do, right? The Night Lords trilogy, we'll do that because it's amazing. The Araman books, we'll do those. I think
absolutely. You've got the Fabius Bio books. You've got, I mean, even outside of that, you've got these amazing old, the Felix and Gotrek. I mean, one of the ones that I really want to get to is the Conrad trilogy. Difficult to get, but not impossible. But it's worth talking about just to see how much the world's moved on from. I mean, you remember, Conrad goes to meet a Chaos God of Order who has decided to remove herself from the Great Divine Pantheon and live on an island by herself.
Oh, those early books are great because there's no restrictions. The universe hasn't settled yet. It hasn't really become what it will become later. It hasn't crystallized. So the authors back then, way before Black Library, way before, they're allowed to kind of do whatever they like with the setting, and they do.
Mm-hmm. And of course, the one of the things that I'm really looking forward to is I'm going to push for this one to be quite early on. Ian Watson's Space Marine.
Oh, yeah.
The big gay wonderfest that is Ian Watson's Space Marine. It is
totally. It's bonkers.
It's
bonkers.
Wonderful.
But it really does give you a good. It gives you a good impression of where the whole hobby was at that time, right? Where the universe was, and that weirdness that it all bubbled up out of. It's great. That book is a great example of the way 40K has coalesced, right? From all of these influences, from all of these different sources, and the way it's changed. I mean, my God, there's stuff in there that it couldn't fly now. It just doesn't fit in the setting, it just doesn't fit.
Do you remember Space Marine? Shit diamonds? You remember that? Remember that?
Yeah, but we'll get around to lots of stuff. Actually, I'm sure we will. There's so much to go for, isn't there? But yeah, that's going to be happening relatively soon. We'll be doing Horus Rising relatively soon. I should think. I'm more or less done with it. To be honest, I'm ready to go.
So this episode, we're recording on the 20th, so next Friday, which will be the 27th, he says, question mark, this episode will be out. That, I think, will be the starting point for Horus Rising. Unless you're listening to this on the stream, when you can classify this as the start.
Yeah, it's a fascinating book. It really is. I'd forgotten, and I'd completely forgotten, that Abnet goes really quite deep into the colonialist mindset of the Imperium. There's a whole section where he from the perspective of one of the remembrances, Ignis Carcassy. We'll talk about it when we get to it, but it's a fascinating sequence. Doesn't need to be in there. It's not salient to the overall story at all. It's kind of an aside, but it's really important thematically.
Oh yeah, I've got it set up ready to go. I'm going to start reading it tonight. That's my starting point. Adam White also says a Kane book. And I hear that in the same way you have Oliver going, please, sir, could I have some more?
Yeah, I mean, that's the other thing we could do. We could take requests. I'm up for that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
totally up for that.
I am more than happy to go through a Kane book because, for a start off, I don't know, Andy, have you ever listened to any of the Kane audiobooks?
No.
Okay. The way you said that was like a proper shutdown of, no, I'm not that, and I'm not going to. How dare you?
I just haven't got around to it. It just takes me so long to get through audiobooks. I don't worry about that. I'm still going through the Gotrek stuff at the moment. So
no, I feel you'd very much enjoy the bluster and sheer bloody mindedness of the Commissar Kane books. They're
Mr. White does a usually decent job about selling it when he's talked about it before.
Oh yeah, I mean they're.
Yeah, Daphne the Gaunt's Ghosts books.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they're iconic. They're iconic, yeah. Absolutely.
And, the Fluffenhammer has no intentions of ending any time in the next decade. So I'm fairly sure we can get through a fair few of these before we all die.
Oh, yeah. And these, I mean, even the heaviest of the Black Library books is kind of an easy read. It's fun. They're fun, aren't they? They're pulp sci-fi. They're pulp sci-fi. So yeah, they're quite easy to get through. Most of these books.
I've just see. I was about to tell you the last book I read and how any book after now is going to be easy, but I've just remembered what my last 3 books that I've read are, and it's like, oh hell. So I reread Michael Crichton's Sphere for the first time in 20 years. I remember that book being really good. It's not.
No, it's not, is it? It's one of those things like Crichton is so contextual, isn't he? Like in the 90s, great, right? When you're like a teenager, great.
Yep.
You read him as an adult in like the 2000s, and it's like, what?
I have never come across dialogue so childish and stilted. It's awful.
Bad.
So, as a bit of a refresher, I went back through Michael Marshall Smith's Only Forward, which, if anyone out there has not read Only Forward, I cannot recommend Only Forward enough. It is one of the most harrowing, beautiful books I've ever read. It's weird, but the payoff is gorgeous and sad. And I've read it for a couple of years, and I got to a certain part about 3/4 in, and I remembered where it was about to go. It's like my stomach sank. Oh no, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I don't want to have to go through this again. I don't want to have to deal with this again. Oh God! Here we are.
It's an awful feeling, isn't it? That awful inevitability, but it's also brilliant that the story is doing that to you. I'm currently rereading one of the most important books to me I've ever read, which is Barker's Weave World, by Barker's Weave World, which I read when I was 11 originally, and I've read it every year since, once a year, every year since. And I've just reached a sequence in that does that.
Yeah,
it does that. It's awful. It's for those of you who know, it's the sequence where Jericho is parted from Susanna. And she's waiting for him in a hotel room, and he doesn't come back, and she's waiting, and she knows she's got to go. She's got to get the carpet out, with the Weave World in it. And it's horrific. It's awful. Yeah. It's so sad. So sad. But yeah, it's...
The last book I read, because it's been a few years since I read it, so I decided I'm going to reread House of Leaves.
Wow! That not a book you, read in the traditional sense.
So if anybody wonders why I look a bit older.
Yeah, that might have done it, actually. It's great. I mean, House of Leaves is amazing, but my God, is it difficult to read? Yes, it is. like physically difficult to read sometimes.
As you're turning
As you're turning the book around to try and figure out what you need to read next. Yeah.
My favourite part of the book is when you're having to put it up to the light so you can read the missing words from the page below it. Oh.
Yeah. It's an amazing experience, that book.
Yeah, it's something else. It's about the third time I've gone through it, and every time I find something new and fascinating about it.
It's very important. It's a very important book, that one, because it redefines what the tangible physical experience of reading actually is.
Well, it stops it being passive. You have to be active in order to read it.
Yeah. It's an interactive book. It's brilliant. I mean, genuine genius, that book.
Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it. Right. Unless Andy's got any announcements for something he wants to do.
No.
That was almost like that. No. No.
Well, okay, so I'm going to ask the question, what have we been doing since last we spoke? Because it's been a while since we spoke, and we have probably done lots of many things. Andy, do you want to go first?
Well, so it's been a couple of weeks?
We recorded the Fluffies 2 weeks ago, but I didn't ask that question. So the last time I asked that question would have been last November.
Yeah, so there's a lot been going on since.
Because I was off for 2 months with a blown-up PC and then a blown-up PC.
Yes, of course.
Yeah,
with your scrap code problem, yeah?
Yes. Just so everyone knows at home, I am currently wearing my Squig hoodie, which is...
I had a feeling. I saw something red and assumed it was the Squig one.
Is it a Squig? Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's a
That's
Squig.
Brilliant. That's brilliant. Oh, I want a Nurgling one.
Yep. So it's
Oh, look at that. That's great.
Have they not done a Gracia one?
No.
Gracia horns.
That'd be ace.
If they did a Gracia one, you'd know that I'd be wearing that on top of this.
No.
Yeah.
It's a Chaos Dwarf one with a hat.
I mean, I can only wear...
hat attached.
I can only wear so many hoodies at once.
Oh, there is a Nurgling one coming. Oh,
there is,
I'll get that. That's great. I'll get that.
So now we need an undead one for Andy, and then we can all sit on stream in hoodies.
Yay!
I mean, I would say a Slanesh one, but I don't think that'd be good. I don't think that'd be acceptable.
Well, that's just a man.
It wouldn't keep you warm.
No.
So, Andy, what have you been working on over the last 3 months?
I've just been building Gundam model kits, and that's been about it. It's not really been the weather for spraying anything because it's shit. And it's just been perpetual rain since January, so there's just no point in trying to paint. So I've just been building model kits, and that's
literally every day, right? Every day.
Much. We've had a couple of days of sun recently, at least here, but it's still cold, not nice for spring. I haven't been in the mood for Warhammer yet either. No, I'm out of it at the moment. I'll get back
I've
into
never-
it at some point, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I've never been so happy to live on the side of a valley, and not in the trough of the valley. I can tell you.
Yeah, you're getting a bit of the warmer weather up there rather than.
Yeah, well, and also we're not getting flooded out like everyone in the trough of the valley is.
Oh, yeah, that's not good. That's not
No,
good. at
Always
all.
be in the
bad.
hill if you can.
Yeah,
Never be at the bottom
bad.
of the hill.
All right then. What Gundams have you been buying? Tell me about your Gundams. I know nothing of Gundams, so everything you say is going to completely confuse me.
I don't know their names. I just know that a couple of them are from Witch of Mercury. I got 2 Armored Core kits and a.
I know what Armored Core is.
Freedom. Yeah, it was 2 from the new game. So you won't know what Milk Tooth is because you haven't played the new one. But I
No.
got Milk Tooth. He's quite fun.
No, but I have seen a picture of it, and it is cool.
Oh, you do know the Milk Tooth?
The
Little yellow construction boy
Yep,
with a giant chainsaw. Yeah, he's neat. Yeah, that's been about it. Nothing too special. Just enjoying the process. I've been thinking about painting them up as well, but it's always the concern of like, if you paint it, is it just going to fuck it up?
Yeah,
Yeah. Because you do need to use a top coat over the top of them usually, and again, it's just not the weather for top coating anything.
No.
Can't varnish in this weather.
No.
Oh God, no.
No.
I think varnish is worse to use in this weather than just trying to use a basic spray can.
Mm-hmm.
Because like if you varnish in this weather because it's kind of damp, the varnish will turn kind of white.
Yeah. Oh, and ruin everything you've done.
Yeah, so it's like
not good.
Not
good.
No, nasty.
No, this is where you get a
Apart from that,
gas heater and just put it underneath your table where you varnish. Because it's the only way to deal with it. It's literally the only way to deal with it. You must be just setting £10 notes on fire to get it done. It's awful. Right,
That is the way.
George, what have you been working on over the last 3 months or so?
Oh my God, I've been chipping away at my various Chaos armies. I've been doing bits and pieces to my Thousand Suns. I've been really, because I reread, I went through their new codex, their 10th edition codex again. It's very good. It's very good. And it kind of fired me up, so I've been chipping away at them. Finished my, the sorcerer that I made out of Sevastus Cranon, the Chaos Lord. He's more or less finished now. I've got Araman. In fact, I was gifted by a friend of the channel, Tom, for Christmas, the Horus Heresy Araman.
Oh, nice. One. Very nice.
So I've got him and the 40k one, and I put him together, and I've got to paint. I'm halfway through painting up the 40k one, who's on his disc. So that's going to be nice. It's going to be lovely to have them both together, corrupted and uncorrupted.
Are you going to just keep swapping them in and out throughout a game? So,
yeah, well, you could, I mean, you could just use the Araman model as like a sorcerer or something, put it with some Thousand Suns, and you're well away, or an exalted sorcerer on foot.
I think it would be
that's not what I recommend.
No, I think every turn you should swap the miniature out and just have it so it's Araman throughout like history. Every version of Araman is currently happening on this battlefield right now.
That's cool. I'm very Zeichan, very Zeichan.
Yeah,
definitely makes sense.
Yep.
Definitely makes sense. But I tell you what, that 30k Araman is gorgeous.
He's so good.
It's a lovely mini, really is. I mean, don't get me wrong, the 40k one is really fucking good as well. But wow, it's just beautiful, and it's so there's something very sad about seeing them together. You see what he used to be when he was all ideals, and then you see what's happened to him, what he's become under Zeish's aegis. It's really very, very sad.
There hasn't been a 30k version of Fabius, has there?
No. I don't think there has there? No, that's really surprising.
No. If there has, it would be a resin one.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't know. I think if there was, it would have been like Forge World only.
That's really surprising because he is like so significant in the background.
Yeah, it's just occurred to me now that like he's never had a 30k release, which is
very
shocking.
Surprising.
Yeah.
And that would be cool to have as well. Because you've seen the artwork of him, right? You've seen the artwork of Fabius from back then?
Yeah, he's awesome.
Really cool, right? And it's very interesting. I mean, I like how young he looks, back then. I mean, he's still slightly gaunt for an Emperor's Children, but he doesn't look anything like the wizened, almost like corpse-like state that he's in 40k.
No, well, he seems to keep all of his clones at. Yeah,
Yeah, right. I love that. I love that in the books. In it's Josh Reynolds' books, isn't it? That he takes that literally, like the Clone Lord. He takes that completely literally. So yes, he's like, you never know what version of Fabius you're getting.
Nope.
It's really clever, you know, because the original's sealed away somewhere, isn't it? He's sealed away in like a Wraithbone casket, I do believe.
No, so he'll pop back out when he's needed. And it's going to be interesting because that'll be the Fabius that pops out. Will be a completely different one to the one that we've been dealing with throughout the entirety of 40k.
Yeah, very interesting. Very interesting stuff. Obviously, I've been chipping away at my Emperor's Children, obviously, because I love them to bits. I can't stop putting them together. I've got so many bits and pieces, and I keep expanding the army. It's bloody huge now, you know. It really is, and most of it is infantry. I've just got this thing about the Infractors and the Tormentors, you know, the battle line units. I love them to bits. I love them to bits, and they're so good in the game.
That's really cool.
They're so good. Emperor's Children are all about the battle line. They're all about the battle line. I love the fact that the Tormentors can infiltrate and then sticky the objectives. It's brutal. It's brutal. You can take middle of the board objectives in turn 1, and then you move off and do something else because they're stickied, right? It's utterly brilliant. They're a very interesting army. I've got a few games in with them, and they are hard to use. That's the thing about the Emperor's Children. They're really weird. They're hard to use, but when they work, they work.
Yeah.
You know? When you get those charges all set up, when you get them working, it's like poetry. It's brilliant.
It's a tactics army, not a run and thump army.
Oh, totally. Yeah, it is. You've got to think really hard about it. I think a lot of people who come to them initially are a bit put off by them because they're a steep learning curve. They're a really steep learning curve. Your first few games, you're going to get annihilated. You just are, because everything needs to work in tandem. Everything needs to work together. You need to think about where everything is going. And it's a bit like playing chess. You know, you need to be several steps ahead. You need to anticipate what your opponent is going to do. But when you get it off, when it works, it's a beautiful dance that they have on the battlefield. It's a very cleverly designed army. The way they work is unique. It's unique. There's nothing quite like it in 40k, and I don't think there's ever been anything quite like it.
No. I mean, from what I know about them, I think the closest that there is the Hedonites in AOS.
Yes, which makes sense, obviously.
Yeah, because they're very much a glass cannon. You know, if they can keep building up the pleasure points, seduction points, whatever.
It's something like that.
Whatever they're called. As long as you can keep building them up, you're going to be able to absolutely ream your enemy. I'll rephrase that, consider it's...
Yeah, I would. Considering the context, I really, really would.
I'm going to. Don't worry. I realised as soon as I said it, that's the wrong way of putting
temptation. I think it's temptation points.
Temptation points, that's the one.
It's temptation,
yeah, you can absolutely flatten your enemy. As long as you keep the speed up, as long as you can keep keep all of those parts of the army going, you can destroy your enemy. Which is why...
That's really it.
Whenever I fought my mate James's Hedonites, I have... done everything in my power to slow them down. It's like the moment you slow the army down, it dies.
It dies, yeah, that's it. I mean, with the Emperor's Children, they're a pressure army. So, because they can get up the battlefield so goddamn quick, I mean, they can set up turn 1 charges relatively easily. What you need to do is pressure the enemy. You need to herd them into one corner of the battlefield and disrupt everything they do or they thought they were going to do. And that's the way they work. And you've got to be prepared, on the counter charge in the next turn of combat, they're going to die. Loads of them are going to die. It's fine. Doesn't matter. You'll have already taken the objectives. You'll have already racked up the victory points, right?
Yeah.
So it's a game almost of mathematics with them. As long as you keep those victory points up, and you are blocking the enemy from scoring. That's how you work with them. It's fascinating. I've never played anything quite like them, and I really like it. I've got to say, I really like it.
That's really cool. Right, should I go through? Shall I go through what I've done the last 3 months?
Sure.
Yeah.
Because now I come to list it, this is going to sound really bad.
Oh no.
So, just before Christmas, I was very lucky, and an opportunity arrived in my lap to get Advanced Hero Quest. So I did that. I now have a complete copy of 1987's Advanced Hero Quest, which means I now have the entire run of Hero Quest, Hero Quest Advanced Quest, Advanced
Wow.
Hero Quest, and Warhammer Quest.
Now you
Bloody
just
hell.
need the expansions,
Killer's Keep and whatnot.
the cheap ones.
So I've got Killer's
Yeah.
Keep, and I have Return of the Witch Lord. I do not have Wizards of Morcar or Against the Ogre Horde for Hero Quest.
Mhm.
I don't have Terror the Lich Lord? No, that's not what it was called. I don't have the Advanced Hero Quest expansion, and I don't have the 2 Warhammer Quest expansions. However, I decided now was about time to replace the motherboard and screen on my 3D printer. So I did that. I now have the STLs for all the miniatures for all those games. So that's going to bring the price down a lot. So I might be able to make them a bit more manageable in getting hold of them.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah. That's cool.
So that's basically my plan for this year, is to try and clear up and get everything for every copy of Hero Quest and Warhammer Quest that I've got. I've got the STLs, print out the STLs, find all the cardboard and rule books and everything, and then have complete versions of those games. That's my plan for this year. So we get into January, and that plan is scuppered already because I decided to make a Slayer army. Which is the thing that's ADHD brain likes to do this.
I love it.
So over here, I have 3,000 points of Slayers, including Long Drong's Slayer Pirates.
Whoa. Okay.
Because I found the STLs. So I just got printing. Halfway through the printing, an idea formed. Oh, if I can reach it. There we go. Do you remember the 90s Anvil of Doom?
Oh, I do, yes.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, do I remember it? Yeah, the games that I played against the fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Nightmare.
when I were a lad, when I originally wanted to do a Slayer army back in 1993, 1994, what I wanted was an Anvil of Doom, but it was too expensive. I never got hold of one. Never really got any Slayers as such. I got a couple of Troll Slayers, and that was about as far as I was ever able to save up to get. Because I had Skaven and Chaos Dwarves, you know how this goes. What I always wanted was a Anvil of Doom with a Slayer on top of it, being dragged by 2 of those plastic boars. Do you remember the old plastic boars?
Yeah.
So thanks to the genius of 3D printing, I now have a Slayer on the Anvil of Doom being dragged by 2 of the plastic boars. I am a very happy man.
That's brilliant. I always remember if you're playing like a magic heavy army, that thing was a nightmare.
Oh yeah, complete dispels all the time.
Because it would like destroy the magic phase, wouldn't it? Completely. Yep. It would disrupt it completely.
Yep. It was I cannot wait to play games with these Slayers. I really can't. The downside is I now have to paint them. And I've made it very clear to myself I am doing nothing else. I'm doing no more printing. I am doing nothing until I have finished those Slayer armies. So, I bought Man of War.
Yay!
Yeah, of course.
Because that turned up in a... Once again, it was one of those opportunities that turned up, and the price was insane. Like...
Was it?
It's weird because I didn't think you wanted it. Like, when I've poked you, you're like, oh, get Man of War. You're like, nah.
Well, I've never seen it for less than 200. And
it's expensive, definitely.
And, that's too much to pay for any box game as far as I'm concerned. I am not... It might be worth more than that, but I'm not going to pay that amount because that's silly. Yeah. Silly money.
Agreed, yeah.
This copy turned up for a ridiculously low price, like the lowest I've ever seen a copy of Man-O-War.
Mm.
So I thought, right, I'll bid. If it goes above it, fine.
Yeah.
Nobody else bid. So, right,
Oh.
what am I missing here? So I'm missing something. I've got to be missing something. So I was like expecting it to be like an empty box, and he was lying about the pictures or something. You know, turns up it's complete.
Whoa!
So for £50, I got
That's some steel, absolute steel.
Yeah, a complete Man-O-War. The rulebook's a bit ripped up, but apart from that, everything else is in great condition. Like,
whoa!
So I'm going to, once the Slayers are finished, I'm going to get the SDLs, all the proxies, because no one's actually scanned them. Get the proxies, and I'm going to build a couple of different fleets, and then hopefully if we get that done for Boyle, I'll bring it down to bring out your lead.
I remember, oh wow, yes. I remember when that was like a dedicated game system, you know, when there were regular releases for it in White Dwarf.
Yeah, and it's one I never had. It's, my cousin had it, and I played a load of games with him, but I never had it myself, so I'm quite excited. It's
well remembered by the people who used to play it, isn't it? It's well liked.
Yeah, it's a very, very well-loved game, and there's a lot of people out there. There's one of the Facebook groups out there have combined the Plague Fleet, Man-O-War Plague Fleet, and what's the other expansion called?
Oh, I can't remember. It was a long time ago.
No, I can't. But they've combined all those rules into one hardback book that you can get. So,
oh, brilliant!
So I'll grab that at some point. But yeah, and that's me happy because I don't need to spend any more money as such. I can just print out the ships.
I always remember the little Bull Taurus you could get for the Chaos Dwarf fleet, the tiny one.
Oh yeah. That
would fly over the ships and drop like the equivalent of bombs, effectively.
Caesar Blood was the other one.
Blood. Yeah. Oh my god!
Now, of course, I have every copy of Citadel Journal as well, so I have in there all the fleets that came out from Citadel Journal, so I can get a few things going here. So it's going to be quite a lot of fun. Okay, so Slayers,
fantastic.
Man-O-War, Advanced Hero Quest. I also got another copy of Risk Legacy, but because it's Risk Legacy, and you got that for Christmas, and I love Risk Legacy. It's an amazing game, especially when you get the zombies coming out of Russia. It's a thing that can happen. Yep. So the only other thing that I need to mention then is. It's quite heavy. There was a sale.
Oh.
So I now have the entirety of The Enemy Within for Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay.
Yeah. Whoa.
All 5 books in glorious hardback.
Which is the price of those normally altogether, the 5 of them it's a lot.
Yeah. This sale, I ended up with a hell of a discount. I was really pleased. It's been a lot of just being in the right place at the right time over the last couple of months.
Clearly.
I'm really happy with that.
Have you been talking to our mutual friend Gerard, Wolfgang One? Because I swear to God, he's got like a gene where he can do this. Whenever he's at like TF Nation or whatnot, if he goes to the tables, he will get the best deals. They'll just offer him them. They'll just give him things. It's unreal.
Weirdly, end of November, I ended up having a conversation with him for the first time in like 2 years. So maybe.
Yeah, rubbed off on you, didn't it?
Oh, Jared's rubbed off on me again.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm rather pleased.
It's the most amazing capacity. I swear to God, I spent one TF Nation just deliberately following him around the tables, watching what would happen.
Actually, there's one other thing. For Christmas, I got Vermis 2 and 3. So, very, very happy. Do you guys know of Vermis?
No.
It's ringing a bell. Yeah, it is ringing a bell.
So, Vermis 1. It's a halfway between a choose-your-own-adventure where you don't get to choose anything and a walkthrough for a Amiga game that doesn't exist.
Oh, yes, I do know this.
Yeah.
I've read about the mythology. There's like loads of artwork of it, isn't there? Like fake screenshots and stuff. And it's really elaborate, right? The world is really, really deep.
Yeah. Oh, it's incredible. So, yeah, I got 2 and 3. So I haven't read through 2 and 3 yet. That will be something I intend to do.
Yeah. It's a completely fictional video game from like the 80s, right?
Yep. What annoys me, though, is they're all completely different sizes.
Oh, okay.
Is that deliberate?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That's brilliant.
Drives me insane. At some point, I need to get Godhusk as well, which is the other one that he's done.
Godhusk, yeah, and that's very good too. That's kind of the evolution of that, isn't it? You know, it's the fully realized project.
Yeah. So I'll probably get that maybe towards the end of the year when. When I finish the other big purchase, which is we're currently buying a house. So
yeah.
That one's that's stress and money that keeps just vanishing out my pocket. Oof. So with all that being said, then shall we get into the topic for today? The topic for today, of course, is the stuff that we kind of missed whilst we haven't been able to record. So I've just seen in the chat, moral of this show, rub off. Thanks for that. Adam is buying a house purely to fit in his new purchases.
I was going to say, is that what it's for?
I mean, there is a basement that I'm going to be turning into a gaming area / recording studio, so
got to be done, right? Got to be done.
Yes. So we're going to talk a little bit about some of the, not everything, because we're trying to go through everything.
Yeah, because there's been a lot, right? There's been a lot.
Yeah. So the idea I've got is we kind of use this as a jumping off point to kind of just have discussions about the different things that are coming, stuff that we've seen and stuff that we're interested in. So we're going to kick off with some Black Library, which popped up today, I think. The reason I want to bring it up is we've got a new Gazgul Thraka book, Warlord of Warlords, which...
Do you know why they're doing this?
Because Gazgul and the Orcs are going to be front and center for the new 40k?
That seems to be like the really big like scuttlebutt at the moment. That apparently the next 40k, the 11th edition, it's the Orcs and it's Gazgul is like front and center. He's going to be the big bad for the narrative at the beginning.
So there's a rumor kicking around, and I don't know how true this is, but I'm living in hope. The rumor is that we're going to get a Space Marines versus Orcs box set, right?
And apparently it's going to be a homage to Second Ed, right?
Yes, which, if that is the case, that would explain the rumors that were kicking around last year about a Second Ed reprint.
Yes.
And the made-to-order reprint. So I'm going to guess that we're going to have this hit, and then the Second Ed reprint will hit not long after.
I think given the popularity of Old World, that wouldn't surprise me. And I tell you what, if they reprint Second Ed, it will sell out. It will just be like gone.
Yeah, I mean the Rogue Trader reprint has done brilliant numbers all the way through. So
and you can only get that from Warhammer World itself.
Yeah.
You were able to order it from mail order in store for a while. I don't know if you still can.
Oh, really? Okay.
I don't know if that's still the case, but that was the case for a little while there. But yeah, you can only get it from Warhammer World, which is like.
I mean, interestingly, I was watching an interview with Dan Abnett. I think it was on Mira Manga's channel actually, and he was saying that the Orcs are the hardest thing to write in 40k for most writers.
Yeah. I can believe
because it's hard to get the tone of them, right?
Yeah.
What do you do with them? Do you run with the comedy ethos that they have in the main game, or do you go with the sort of grim dark that the fiction tends to go with? You know, how do you make them work in contrast, like within like a full novel? How do you make them work in contrast to, say, the Space Marines or to the Imperial Guard or whatever? It's very hard to do.
It's why is it Mike Flowers that wrote? Was it Mike Brooks? I don't remember. But he's written, was it Black Hawk or something like that? The collection of books that are orc-centric. And the first one is Orcs versus the Admech, with a corrupted Admech who's basically trying to hold on to his power. And then the second one is these orcs break into the webway and start attacking a Dark Eldar city. And both of them are amazing because they are incredibly funny, but also you have like sequences like these Drakari who are just trying desperately to take these orcs down. It's like, why isn't this working? They're beasts. They are nothing more than beasts. Why and how are we losing? It's like towers are crumbling in the background. It's like, and he does a wonderful way of getting across that these things are terrifying, but also they're very funny.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to write. I can totally see it from a writer's perspective. I can see how difficult it is to capture the ethos of them and make them fly within the 40k universe. Yeah,
and it is. It's not simple. It's not simple in the slightest.
It's really not. Like, how do you have them talk, for example? I mean, I personally, if I were writing them, I'd have them talk exactly like they do in the background, but have like humans and other aliens react to them as though they're speaking some other language, some guttural alien speak, even though they're actually speaking English like football hooligans. That would be the way to go, I think.
Well, it's depending on who the first and foremost character is in the story, they're always going to be speaking English, no matter what they're actually speaking. High Gothic isn't English.
No.
High Gothic is a very, very different language.
It's Cod Latin, isn't it? It's Cod Latin,
It's a denigration and an evolution of Latin, so it's, it's what Latin sounds like if you're an idiot.
Basically,
But so...
Romanes Ian Thomas.
Emperor go home.
No, it doesn't.
But I think the orcs, if you can get that, as long as you can get a lot of real back of the throat guttural words in there, chop and crunch.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're
it's
fine.
Important I think it's really important how the other characters respond to them, like whoever they're fighting. Essentially, it would be fun having like a human prisoner taken by them and having them almost like journal what they're hearing. That would be fun. That would be really fun. Talking about this like guttural alien speak. When actually they're talking English.
Well, it was Mike Brooks that wrote them. But yeah, honestly, the wonderful sequence of events. It's like the head of the Drakari just like standing there. It's like, you may just either die or give up, in which case you'll die later. And as he's giving this speech, all the orcs just like charge forward, and you just see the ship vanish underneath the feet. And it's, walk, walk, walk. It's like, why don't listen to me, you horrendous beasts?
I mean, if that is the case, for the 11th there, that presumably means there's going to be like a whole refresh of the orcs. There's going to be loads of new minis.
Well, that's a rumor that's kicking around that we're going to start seeing. Not a return to how the orcs were, but start seeing...
What, the Krog?
No, I mean like the different clans and how the different clans actually look.
I'm up for that.
Yeah. But I think
I'm totally up for that.
We're going to start seeing a bit more of a change in the units, how the units are going to look, which I am 100% in for.
It's fine. Yeah, totally up for that.
Because as far as I'm concerned, the orcs should be a bright cacophony of noise whenever you have an army of them.
Right? Just absolute insanity, yeah? Yeah, I've heard that, Monkfin, that it's the bikes edition, apparently.
Yeah.
That it's going to be all about fast attack, apparently. That's again, the rumour floating around. And it kind of does make sense, given the closing, which we'll talk about later, the closing narrative of 10th Ed, right? With the pirates and the fast attack, the raids and whatnot. It does kind of make sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Please give the Space Marines their bikes back and get rid of those ridiculous Mario Karts that they're riding around in.
They're not going anywhere. No, I'm telling
the ATVs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Boop, boop, ba-do-do, boop, ba-do, boop, 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 boop.
So bad.
But the real important one from here is the Infinite and the Divine Illustrated and Annotated Edition.
Oh my God,
I'm having that.
Want. Yeah.
100% having that.
Yeah, I mean, it's what it's just one of the best books the Black Library have ever released, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Robert Rath he's always a joy to behold, and that is probably the best book that he's written and Black Library's ever produced.
If I was introducing someone to the 40k universe and to the fiction and whatnot, and they hadn't really read anything before, I'd be like, yeah, read this.
Yep.
Read this.
100%. It is wonderful. You bastard!
It's the central conceit that always gets me. It's the fact that it's these immortal exes making their grudge everybody's problem for across eternity. It's brilliant.
A pair of bitches bitching. It is wonderful. That's so
exactly
good.
What it is. It's exactly what it is. It's essentially feud in 40k, isn't it? It's banging. I love it.
Yeah, I go back to that at least once a year. It's so good.
Yeah, me too.
So good.
Me too.
And then we have Chemdog, which is the single most early 2000s looking book I think I've ever seen. I'm not alone here, am I? That looks like it's a reprint.
No, it really does. It looks like one of the really early Black Library books.
Well, it looks like it. The name sounds like it.
Yeah. Well, didn't the Savlar Chemdogs come from around that era? I seem to recall they did. They arose from that era, didn't we? It was what edition of the? It would have been. Would it have been the Imperial Guard or would it have been the Astra Militaria? I think they still would have been the Imperial Guard when they came around.
Third into fourth, I think, would be the
fourth.
Yeah,
was it the fourth edition one? I can't remember, but I do remember them turning up.
Yep. So I'm happy with that because Penal Legions. What's the name of that? The old Penal Legion book.
Oh God, I can't remember.
Chat, come on, you're gonna have to. You're gonna have to help me out here. There's an old Penal Legion book, and it's really good. It was about the Last Chances.
Oh, Mr. White, yes. Oh, I bow to you, yes. Just yes. I suddenly imagine a black and white film version of The Infinite and Divine shot like Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. Fucking yes. Just yes.
I am behind that. I think now is the time that we all go to Games Workshop and say, we have an idea for Warhammer Plus.
We have an idea how you could break the universe into film.
Yep. It was a Schaefer's Last Chances book, but I can't remember what the name of it was. It was... Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to slow the show down for my own bad memory. But it was really good. Grombrindle, Legend of the White Dwarf. So, it's the collected short stories, which is rather good because Grombrindle is
quite a thick tome as well, right?
Oh, it is. It is. I mean, Grombrindle's been around for 30-odd years now.
I suppose so.
The amount of short stories. Now, the problem is, I know it's only going to be the written short stories, so you're not going to get the somewhat ridiculous comic Legend of the White Dwarf, which came in issue 200. So, yeah, that's a bit of a shame, but I'm probably going to be getting that as well because I love Grombrindle. Right? Grombrindle's just a really cool character, especially in the old Age of Sigmar. Because
he's around again, isn't he now?
Yeah, and he's brilliant. His entire purpose is to reunite all of the dwarven tribes, for want of a better term. So,
yes, he seems to be like a peacemaker, doesn't he? And it's not just the dwarven tribes either. He seems to be like visiting all of the gods of order.
Yeah, basically.
And bringing them together. Even Morathai.
Yeah, what he's trying to do is get everyone to stop being pricks and work together for the greater good.
Idiots, basically. Yeah.
I think David. I think it was just called Last Chances. I'd have to go back and check. I'm not sure. But yeah, Grombrindle is like, for a character that turned up when he was around in Fantasy Battle, he was always just this like mysterious character that would turn up. Age of Sigmar has given him agency and it's given him purpose, and he's amazing.
He is really interesting, isn't he? Really interesting. He's got this like semi-divine thing going on.
Yep. So there's a short story where he's basically lived a lifetime as a Caradron.
Yes.
Because that's what he does. He just moves from like area to area to area, and
life to life, right? He's lived as like various dwarves, and not like heroes or anything, just normal people.
Yeah, and so the he's on this character on ship as just this old Longbeard who's, they're just dispensing wisdom, but not much else. He's met Gotrek. He's one of the few people that remembers the old world, and Gotrek can talk to him about it. But of course, Gotrek being Gotrek's like, the fuck you doing here? I'm going to smash you in the face. You don't need to do that. We could just talk, share memories. My only memory is putting an axe in your head. Yeah, it's good stuff.
It's one of the fun things, isn't it, about like grudges that carry across time and reality.
Mm-hmm.
They can last for like literal millennia.
Oh yeah. It's
time out of mind. Yeah.
Just because you mentioned that you're going through the Gotrek books, Andy.
Yeah.
Whereabouts are you up to?
I've gone back because at the time Beast Slayer wasn't on sale, so I've gone back from Elf Slayer to listen to Beast Slayer.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
because it eventually went on that. So I don't know what's after Elf Slayer, but I'll finish that. I wasn't a big fan of Elf Slayer. It was fine. It just took ages to get into it. It felt like a book of two halves.
Yeah, it's Elf Slayer is the one where you're on the boat and the woman keeps throwing herself at Felix, isn't it?
Oh yeah, man, she wants his dick so bad it's embarrassing.
Yeah. And you've just got.
He's like, no, I'm not interested. And she's like, please, Felix, I'm gagging for it. He's like, no, I promised Max I wouldn't. And she's like, please, like, damn.
Well, I like the fact that.
And then everybody comes into the room and sees her naked, and Felix is like, it's not what it looks like.
It's like every time he almost goes for it, Max just comes around a corner like,
you trying to put your dick in there? Hey, stop it.
And then it actually happens. And what happened? She has a big old prophetic vision. It's like, I'm not that good. Oh, God.
And starts screaming very loudly.
Yep.
And then everybody comes into the room. And he's like,
And Max is just looking at him like, you son of a bitch.
As soon as that happened, I thought to myself, like, he should have just pretended to wake up and be like, oh, what's going on? Why is she in my room naked? Oh, that's weird.
Where did my clothes go?
Well, yeah, I sleep naked. It's just what I do. It's a human thing, isn't it?
Max is looking at him. I travelled with you for 20 years. I know you did not sleep naked.
Yeah.
I think it's Giant Slayer after that, which...
All right. Is that better?
Yeah, I mean, Elf Slayer is probably the weakest one to me, just because it's trying to move things into a position to be able to get everyone in position to do something else.
Because I wasn't a big fan of Manslayer either.
No.
Manslayer was a bit on the weak side as well.
But then...
Orc Slayer is still maybe my favourite one so far. I think Orc Slayer is really good.
Orc Slayer is like nothing else in that series.
It's all about dwarf culture and stuff like that, and learning about the dwarves and how the dwarves work with each other. It's really interesting.
Yeah, speaking of the long-term grudges, as George did earlier on, Orc Slayer's got the best grudge in the world. I mean, that's ridiculous. I love it.
I like it when Gotrek breaks a shield and they're like, you fucking what? It's like, well, yeah, you wanted it. I break it in half, you both have it. And they're like, oh, I can't believe you did that.
Mm-hmm.
We hate you now. We got a grudge against you, Gotrek. It's like, oh my God. It's so petty. It's so irritatingly old man petty.
Yep. Love it.
Dwarfs in it. Yeah, it's really good. Orc Slayer, great.
Yep. And then as it goes up to the end of the death of Gotrek Gurnason, the books get really good. I mean, Zombie Slayer is awesome.
I think I'm getting close to that. I don't think I'm too far off.
Yeah,
one.
Yeah, it's not too far. I mean, I think it's. I can't remember.
It's been a while.
Yeah,
it's been years.
Once you get past the first 5, I struggle a bit until you get to the last 3. It's kind of hard to remember. And that's
so Beast Slayer's okay so far.
Yeah, Beast Slayer's good.
Technically, you get. I haven't got too far. I've just had the vision. Where the Tzeentch leader kind of learns, and we as the readers kind of learn of what Gotrek's backstory is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it starts putting the pieces together for you.
Yeah, it's the first time it's kind of given you an idea of what happened. Like his family was killed, he wanted revenge, and his lord was like, nah, so he killed his lord and everybody in the room. And then it was like, I better be a slayer then, innit?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay.
It's one of the
Fair
things.
Enough.
I love Will King. Like, I love William King. But you could tell after maybe Vampire Slayer, his heart just wasn't in it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And he he spent too long hinting at the what had happened to Gotrek, what had happened to Snorri, and all these things without giving you any real answers. And I think that's it. They needed to get new authors in just to kind of start wrapping those dangling plot threads up.
Is that the book? Does Beast Slayer talk about Snorri as well? Because if it does, I haven't got to that point yet.
I can't remember.
Okay.
I'm sure Beast Slayer is the
Because I'm
one.
still technically waiting for the leave Snorri alone. I still don't know why people should leave Snorri alone.
I think it's Shaman Slayer or Shaman Slayer. That's when you get to leave Snorri alone. He's suffered enough. God damn you, you. No. You don't do anything bad to Snorri. Snorri has had. No. Anybody who wants to go out and have anything bad to say about Snorri Snorrison, I will punch you in the face. Because, sadness given form.
Oh, Big D's right. Giant Slayer is before Elf Slayer, because I have heard that one, because it's the one where Teclis meets the duo. So I have listened to that one already, and then I listened to Elf Slayer.
Yeah. Cool. Right, so shall we move on?
Okay.
Shall we get on to some Canadians? No!
There might be. They might be Canadian.
Defend the Canadian gate!
Oh yeah, this was a shocker. I don't
Canadians.
know. I just wasn't expecting this.
No. So...
The AdMech, it looks like are going to be the article says that they're going to be like the imperial part of this book that's coming up, this campaign book, which is Into the Eye of Terror, I think it's called, or the Eye of Terror, or something like that. So we're getting new characters and new units and whatnot, which is a real surprise to me.
Yeah, I'm really liking how much these are pulling back to design aesthetics from the 30k releases, but then really pushing them.
Yeah, making them. I mean, I love the fact that you can now draw a distinction between like the 30k Mechanicum and the 40k Adeptus Mechanicus, and you can see how it's changed. You can see how it's actually altered and mutated down time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful mini. Beautiful mini.
Yeah, Archmageos Terminus is fantastic. I mean, look at her.
And it's good to have another character besides Call, isn't it? Let's be honest. Yeah. It's nice to have a new special character.
Alright.
See, this doesn't stand out to me as being like amazing. It seems like a standard like AdMech big leader character. Like there's nothing that's what makes it different from other AdMech leader characters.
I really like the fact that there are certain curves to it, which I find really interesting. So if you strip away the wiring, there is almost like a ball gown happening here.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. There's it's hard to see because of the way the silhouette is, but you can tell that that it was originally a woman.
Yeah.
But what it is now, who knows, right?
I had no idea until you mentioned it was the she. I've no idea.
No, the design aesthetic for it is it's a feminine form that's then just got weapons of mass destruction rammed everywhere.
Stuff. Yeah. And I love the fact that like the limbs are protruding from beneath the gown. That's really cool. That's really cool.
I mean, I know what you said. The fact that she's got this... the way that the head is, it doesn't look a million miles away from the generic leading character, like the generic general.
She does have it. She does. She has a bustle. Yeah, she definitely does.
That's the one. That's the word I was after. A bustle.
She does have a bustle. Yeah.
So I totally get where you're coming from there. I'm going to guess there's probably going to be a secondary head release with this.
I think there might be. There might be.
But as a silhouette, I
like her.
Yeah, I think she's real fun.
I'm a big fan. But then I do like the Adeptus Mechanicus. They look, of most of the 40k ranges, they look most like John Blanche artwork to me.
Yeah. I mean, they would look really good with that Army Painter Masterworks paint kit. But what I really like about her, I'm just going to find it. She's a veteran of the Ordo Reductor, a subcult of the Adeptus Mechanicus that reveres the Omnissiah as an avatar of destruction, who has spent hundreds of years crafting herself and her forces into the purest expression of divine wrath, augmenting her aging flesh with blessed steel until she towered over her peers. So she's made herself super tall on purpose to look down on people.
And that also makes her the opposite of Belisarius Cawl, right?
Yep.
Ideologically, that makes her the exact opposite of him, which is really cool.
Well, she's the exact opposite of Cawl in a few different ways. So Cawl feels that Thulia Turbidus is a fool because she blows stuff up all the time rather than tries to gain the knowledge.
I like it. I like it a lot.
So, yeah, it's like Cawl will use like diplomacy and experimentation, whilst Turbidus here is like, no, you blow it up.
So I'd assume she's quite headstrong as well. I imagine the narrative is she's like plunging headlong into the worlds of the Eye of Terror, seeking tech and stuff like that. You know.
Oh, but yeah, just things to blow more people up with.
It's very cool. I like it. It. And also, I mean, they're very good adversaries for the Iron Warriors, right?
Yes. Which I think is going to be the point, isn't it? It's going to be these guys.
I think so.
And now, I want to just draw attention to the troops that she's got.
Yeah, I love them.
The Hastari.
Yeah, they're really cool, aren't they?
Now, these are better because they look different from other stuff. Like, they're obviously distinctly different from other stuff where I'm like, this is a different look. They've got similar helmets to Skitarii units, but the shape is different.
Yeah,
it is different, isn't it? They've got a very, slightly almost like proto-space marine-y thing going on.
I love the gimbal arm that the weapon's mounted on.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
Yeah, like you got that, and you got the shoulder-launched plasma cannon. You know, it's like
they look like they're going to be some heavier troops for the Adeptus Mechanicus. Yeah. Yeah,
which is it's funny, isn't it? How the Admech have got a lot of long range stuff. Yeah, but they're all very long range,
but very light. They're quite fragile, you know.
So I just see the Val Kilmer thing on the chat from Adam White, just chuckling away to myself now. I'm really impressed with this.
I am too. I like them.
I don't need an Admech army. Everyone tell me I don't need an Admech army.
No.
You need a Chaos Android army.
Oh, I mean that's
which you could use with these.
Yes, you could.
I mean, my firm belief is that there is going to be Chaos Androids when the Dark Mech turn up at some point. So
I have no doubt. I have no doubt.
I'm going to wait for a Dark Admech army before I sack it into the Admech.
11th Ed. I think 11th Ed, because it again, like the Dark Mechanicum it's been talked about, and it's been simmering in the rumor engines for God knows how long.
Yeah, it has been.
And also, I mean, like we had Vashtor, didn't we? And Vashtor does not fit in the Chaos Space Marines.
No.
He's weird in the Chaos Space Marines. He's obviously a centerpiece for what will become the Dark Mechanicum, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, Monkford's right. They already have the Heresy era minis for the Dark Mechanicum.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I really want to see 40k Dark Mechanicum, because that's going to have the things I want. It's going to have Chaos Dreadnoughts, the old style of Space Crusades for Chaos Dreadnoughts, or else I'll kill people. It's going to have Chaos Androids, and like you had in Space Crusade, or I'll kill people. It's going to have a Land Raider that looks like the original Land Raider, the really tall one, or I'll kill people.
Loads of demon engines, obviously.
Of course. All of them.
Loads.
All of them looking like Ian Miller drew them, That's
yeah.
That's I'm not asking for much, am I? I'm not asking.
Well, the thing is, I mean, the trend obviously is whenever you say you want it, it happens, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Somewhere down the line. So it wouldn't surprise me if tomorrow they announce it or something. Someone leaks it or something.
Yeah, I mean, I'm nuts deep into the Slayers at the moment, so now is the perfect time to announce a Dark Mechanicum army.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, these look cool. I'm just very pleased the Admech players are getting something, because they've suffered a little bit in 10th. They have.
Yeah. They've kind of been left in left in the dust, unfortunately, haven't they?
Their codex wasn't amazing upon release and took a long while to get better.
Yeah. I mean, Andy, if you were to start an AdMech army, would this be a good starting point for you?
In terms of what? Like, just these units?
In terms of the style, in terms of, like, this is a design aesthetic. Is it a design aesthetic that calls to you?
The woman, not so much, because I like I say, to me, she feels like a generic Magos for everything that I've seen in the past. And the other guys, the new unit feels very similar to Immortals, Necron Immortals to me, especially with them holding the weapons as they do.
Yeah. I never thought of that, but they do, and that kind of makes sense. That might even be deliberate, given the influence of the Void Dragon on Mars.
Yeah,
that could be deliberate.
No, if I was going to be doing a Mechanicus army, it would be with the shit units, so it would be man on stilts.
Yeah,
I have an army of man on stilts and
love
horses. I would somehow make an army work of just shitty man on stilts.
Of the fun units, right? The fun units. I'm with you on that one, Andy. Absolutely.
Maybe you remove the man on stilts' legs and you replace his arms with his legs. So he has massive arms and tiny legs.
And the electro priests, right? The really silly guys that have like the lightning bolts coming out of their back.
They're pretty fun. Yeah, the bonded, the BDSM guys.
They're great.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Get some green stuff and put it in their mouths and paint the putty red so it looks like a ball gag.
And then it goes Slaneshi again, and
I like you laughed so hard there. Craig, the Disco just went, nope, shut you off.
Add limiter cutoff point.
But no, it's nice to see the AdMech getting a little bit of attention. It really is. A different aspect of the Imperium.
I mean, I love the idea. This is the AdMech that just go around shooting and blowing things up.
Yeah, I like that too. I think that's really interesting. A different aspect of like the Omnicia and the Cult Mechanicum. Mm-hmm. And it is nice that Belisarius has got like someone to challenge him now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because he's basically been the character of the AdMech, hasn't he? Since the army was released, really.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, Cole is the face of the AdMech without a shadow of a doubt.
I mean, he is the Fabricator General, isn't he? He is the Lord of Mars, right?
Yeah.
At the moment.
Yeah.
Why in the drama shot is there a sentinel like sneaking in the background?
Oh yeah, I never noticed that.
Oh yeah.
He's the only Imperial Guard unit there because there's a super horse in the background on the right hand side.
That's weird, isn't it?
It's just a sentinel, just like hello.
Yeah, and like they have like the AdMech has their own sentinel like units anyway.
Yeah, they got the silly crab tank thing.
Yeah, that's odd, isn't it? That's really weird. Maybe Why is it just like a random sentinel?
I don't know. I don't think they're fighting them because they're turned away from it as well.
I
kind of like that.
I wonder if Armulus is going to have like an Imperial Guard section to it.
There might be, because they have done that. There are detachments in some of the campaign books where you can mix and match. Like the Gene Stealer cults have one, don't they? That they can take Tyrannid units and and Imperial Guard units and whatnot. That's cool. Yeah, maybe it's that, or maybe it's just some weird. I don't know. Maybe publicity on behalf of the photographers. It's just weird. It's like, okay.
This is Mike. Mike has got lost. Mike is now entering the wrong battlefield.
Oh, no, that's right. Daffith has got it right. No, you are absolutely right. Cole doesn't want to be Fabricator General. That's right. Although there is part of, like, one of his personalities keeps insisting that he should be.
Yes, that's right.
That's right. That's right, yeah.
I always get mixed up with him because he's so he's so like face of the AdMech.
Like he's so influential in the AdMech and the Imperium. He may as well be, right?
Yeah.
It's almost like a ceremonial title at this point, isn't it? It's almost nominal,
Yeah.
So who is the Fabricator General in the present day 40k? There must be one, because the Fabricator General is one of the 12 lords, right, of the Imperium.
Yeah. Let's have a look, because I don't actually know off the top of my head.
I don't know who the present day one is. I know there's been many. There's been a lot.
Fabricator General of Mars is currently unknown as he is missing in action from the Vaults of Terror series. The
Interesting. So there's a gap.
That's in maybe.
There's a gap.
Yeah.
They could really do something with that.
Is the reason they don't have a consistent fabricator because Drazen keeps taking them, so he's got to
It could
collect
be that. Yeah,
every
he's collecting
fabricator
them.
general.
Yeah, he plucks up. He just takes out of time. Yeah, and
Oh,
space.
another one. Oh, another one.
Oh,
Another one.
yeah. Plucks them up, puts them in his collection.
Are we saying that right now Drazen the Infinite has swaps, and he's like looking for other Necrons to swap his fabricator generals with?
No, they're like pogs to him. He's got to
he
get
just
every
collects
pog.
them. Yeah,
Yeah.
or Pokemon. Yeah, he just collects them. Got to catch them all.
Yeah.
If he's got more than one, he can power up the first one.
This one's rarer. He's shinier.
I've got a shiny fabricator general.
Yeah.
Speaking of things that people have wanted to collect, should we move into Total War Warhammer 3?
Sure.
So, we're getting the Tigerman.
Yeah. Again, real shock.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys, they've been around. I mean, like, there were Tigermen way back when, way back when. Back in, like, the earliest days of Fantasy Battle, there were sort of various different Tigermen and Catmen in the miniatures range.
Well, Beastmen, all the way through second and maybe into third, Beastmen weren't just goats. You had
they could be anything, right?
Any animal whatsoever.
They could be any animal, couldn't they? So you rolled on a random table, didn't you, to get the characteristics?
Yeah. And it's seeing these guys. And what's funny is that late last year, maybe last September or so, I wrote a Sunday Musings about Ind. And of course, there isn't a huge amount of information about Ind out there. Yeah, so I really had to like pull information from anywhere I could find it in order to make it make sense. And then this suddenly turns up. It's like, oh. Now, we got Cathay because of Total War Warhammer 3.
Uh-huh.
Was it 2 where they were in?
No, it was 3.
It was 3.
It was 3.
So
yep.
I would be incredibly happy if Old World is about to start getting like Ind troops as well. Now,
that would be fascinating.
Well, yeah, because then
really would.
What after that you've got Nippon and you've got Arabic.
Yeah. Oh my God! And can you imagine like the stuff they could do with this army? Like all of the like mythological influences they could draw in from Hinduism. Oh my God! It could be so good.
Yeah.
There's so much.
The cat people here are just going to be a monstrous unit for Cathay.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
But I mean, I am hoping that the idea of the Old World is to get some of the armies out that they've never explored before, because Cathay has done really well for itself.
Yeah. Much more so than expected, right?
Yes. Which, I mean, look at what you get for it. It's an amazing looking army.
My God. It's just like one of the best fantasy battle armies like ever. It's so horrific.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Ind would be a really nice thing to do. Nippon, I don't know what you would do with Nippon, but that's...
In comparison to Cathay, it would be difficult. It would be very difficult to sort of, make it distinct as a miniatures range.
Yeah. But I mean, also Nippon has less information on it than Cathay or Ind does. There's Nout.
Yeah.
But the one, if they get to Araby, I am going to be over the freaking moon.
Oh my God! Again, can you imagine what they could do with that? There's so much mythology they could draw upon for that.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I wouldn't hold your breath for it for a while.
I know.
The next big one is Nagash. That's the next kind of big overview with the DLC. And it's taken a long, long time for them. They've been really bad with the DLC. Like Total War 3's been not great.
Yeah, no, and
it's not nearly been as good with its releases as Total War 2. Total War 2 had DLC come in pretty regularly, and Total War 3's not at all.
No.
Clearly, they got the B team working on this while everybody else is working on Total War Warhammer 40k.
Yeah,
that's why there's no support for for Total War Warhammer 3.
No, which is. Once again, as history shows us, 40k gets the lion's shares of resources.
Yeah, of course it does. It's always going to, right?
Yeah, Fantasy Battle is allowed to die.
It served its purpose.
Yeah, which is a shame. But I mean, I'm talking about not just in Total War Warhammer 3, but also Old World. I am
Yeah.
really hoping that we're going to start seeing stuff like this coming for Old
Yeah.
World, because genuinely Araby is like it. I
Oh.
love Araby. It's
Yeah. It's full of potential.
These guys that walk around with all these bottles on them that have like gin trapped in them that they
Gins
throw
and
at people
and whatnot. Yeah. Brilliant.
What do you think GW is more likely to do? Do you think they're more likely to try Araby, which is untested and not in a video game, and probably won't be in a video game, or flushing out and updating the current armies that are in the game?
Well, they pretty much got all of the non-legend armies up to scratch now.
But I mean with new units, new things.
Oh, yeah.
To replace the old stuff, to bring up to the standard of Cathay, because Cathay is all completely new.
It's all completely new, yeah.
Yeah, and the other armies look old and dated because they are in comparison.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
I mean,
I think you're probably right. They will pour more time and attention into updating the existing.
And I think that's again
armies,
just because Araby is untested.
Yeah.
And it's not safe. Like Cathay was fairly safe to do because people liked it in Total War 3.
Yeah.
Araby's harder to push, I would say, even though it's an interesting idea.
I'm totally in agreement with you. I don't think you're wrong in any way, shape, or form. It's just
it's going to be if they do it, it'll be quite long into the future. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But there's so much. I mean, if they play it correctly, if they pour as much time and energy as they did into Cathay.
Half the work was already done with Cathay because they'd done all the models. Well, they didn't, but Creative Assembly had done all the design work for it previously, so they didn't have to do anything.
How I understand it, Creative Assembly and the Games Workshop Design Studio were working in tandem with Cathay.
Oh, that would make sense, yeah. They would have done that with all the units just to make sure they're in line with the lore and everything.
Absolutely. I mean, a lot of, especially in Total War 2, a lot of the units are just one for one with what was there for Fantasy Battle back in the day. It's crazy. Monkford makes a good point, actually. Also, the cultural aspect, I think Araby is higher risk considering geopolitics.
Definitely.
I mean, that's a fair point to make. That is a fair point to make. It's just heart. I mean, heart in hearts. Putting my heart on the table in front of me. I would love to see Araby because every time Araby has been mentioned, it captures my imagination. There's so much interesting stuff that you can do with it, and
it's the part of me that loves, like, the 1001 Arabian Nights. It's that part of me that should be like the Bible, right? For this, for if they ever do it, it could be so interesting.
Yeah. It's absolutely yes, because that's my jam right there. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's something I really want to do. But it's cool seeing the Tigerman.
Yeah.
Well, in design concept, at least we haven't seen their in-game models, but they'll be coming.
Yeah, the fact that you're getting like more of a look at the rest of the world is always going to be a good thing, and it means Old World has kind of already done a lot of what Fantasy Battle never did. It's fascinating. Old World fascinates me in a lot of ways because it's the rule set is a massive best of.
Oh, it's great. The rules is so good. It is just like the best of all the versions of Fantasy Battle just thrown together in a blender, and all the crap stuff done away with.
It's a proper greatest hits rule set.
It's so easy to play.
Yeah.
It's so easy to put together compared to some of the wonkier, more complex editions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, considering the stuff that you had for especially 4th and 5th ed, my Christ, but yeah, I didn't think I was going to get into Old World, but I'm right into it.
It was watching battle reports that did it for me.
Yeah.
I was watching them. I was like, God, I'm enjoying this. This is really reminding me of like the better battle reports in White Dwarf from when I was a kid.
Yeah. Yeah, the rule set's great. The games are always, I've never seen a bad game take place. I'm yet to get a full game in. I've just watched a few games being played. But yeah, I'm intrigued. I'm very, very intrigued about what this is going to be in a couple of years' time, and I'm hoping against hope that it's allowed to explore these different areas of the Old World and try and do different things. I mean, you've got the perfect way here to bring in the weird stuff like the Vampire Coast.
Really, the crazy stuff. They could really go to town on this.
Yeah, And it would be a shame to not kick into these things as Old World continues, because I don't think Old World's going to have editions as such. I think box sets will come out, the FAQs will happen, but I don't think you're going to get Old World in 2nd edition, 3rd edition, 4th edition. I think you're going to have the Old World rulebook, and then everything's just going to get built on top of that.
With addendums and FAQs and things and whatnot, different editions of the book,
I wonder, because I think, like, I could see them doing 2nd edition and 3rd editions.
Can you?
Money. Yeah.
Yeah, but...
We'll put out a new rulebook, get some money.
But I don't think they will, because what they do to try and make money is release those big box sets. The actual rulebook themselves isn't the money spinner as such. It's you sell the rulebook to sell the armies. That's where the money comes in from. I think they'll release box sets. I think they will absolutely release brand new spanking box sets. In the same way that Horus Heresy did. There will be all these different box sets will hit with 2 different armies in, and that's where the money will come in. But I don't think there'll be different editions.
Horus Heresy gets new rules though every now and again, hasn't it?
I think it does it not just get updated in the campaign books?
Well, isn't it on like its 3rd edition now?
It's more than that, because the version that came out now isn't the same version that Forge World were putting out.
No.
So but
it has had editions since then, right?
Yeah, they released the edition that it is now, and I don't think there's been another edition since that happened.
I think there might have been.
Chat!
No idea.
Chat! Because I don't know, my gut is sure that there's only been the 1 edition, but I have been known to be wrong before, and I will be again.
Heresy is on a 3-year run, like all mainline.
All right, okay, I am wrong then. Right, my apologies.
So it just feels a bit slower with Horus Heresy. I think they do. I don't know if they do the same 3-year cycle. But I think there would be another edition of the Old World.
Yeah,
because again, money.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I think probably I don't know about it because I don't pay that much attention to the Horus Heresy game. That's probably where the problem comes down. Right then, should we get into some deep 40k? Do you want to take it away, George? Because this is your area of expertise.
Oh my goodness! So we had the Into the Maelstrom, the next bit of the narrative campaign for the end of 10th Ed 40k. And it looks like all the rumor mongers were right. They've been saying for ages that the theme is going to be piratical. They're going to focus down on all of like the slightly unusual niche elements of some of the armies rather than the main part. So it's like this is what I love about this in particular is the fact that they're focusing down on the renegades. The renegades have always been there. They've always been there in the background, and there's always been a distinction between them and the old traitor legions. But they haven't always been given that much in terms of the rules or the They certainly haven't been given many miniatures. That's for damn sure.
Mm-hmm.
But now, with this book and with the miniatures that come with it, they are established, right? They're very powerfully established in both the fluff and also in the miniatures range.
Yeah.
Very, very pleased. And apparently this book, people are going nuts over this book, Into the Maelstrom, for lots of reasons. First of all, you've got all the new detachments for Chaos Space Marines and for the Eldari, which are apparently very, very good. The detachments for Chaos Space Marines in particular are turning heads because they are apparently excellent. They're really good, and they focus down on the renegade piratical elements. But also, obviously, you've got the data sheets for the updated data sheets for Huron Blackheart with his new miniature.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's favorite pirate lord. We love him to bits. And also, this is my favorite element, I've got to say. Not only have we got Huron himself, who is lovely, and also a beast, by the way. He's not quite like at Abaddon levels, one-on-one.
No.
He wouldn't be, would he? But he's a bit of a beast. And he's a bit more akin to a Space Marine chapter master, which of course makes sense because that's what he is, or what he used to be. Mm. He's a force multiplier. He gives lots of benefits to whatever unit he joins. Mm-hmm. And with him, you've got this coterie. You've got this group of named characters. Every member of this group you're seeing here is a named character. And they're all, the Space Marines, for example, they're all derived from different chapters that went renegade during the Badab War. So the Sorcerer was originally a Mantis warrior. I love that.
Yep.
I love that to bits. And also, you've got mortals in there.
And a dog.
Oh my god, I love that. I love that so much. For me, like Chaos Space Marines in general, not just the Renegades, this is kind of how they should be. They don't have the strictures that the Imperial Space Marines do, and they don't have many of the hang-ups either. They kind of use whatever they can get their hands on as resources, and that includes alien stuff. That includes mutants and whatnot. So the fact you've got the Dog Warrior here, love it to bits. Love it to bits.
Yeah, I mean, the fact you have an actual Xenos there, I mean, oh my god, look at him. He is...
Isn't he great? Isn't he great? And it's the fact that he's amongst, like, Space Marines.
Yeah.
And they don't really, that's what the Renegades are like. They need, because of course they're always on the hot foot, they need to use whatever resources they can get. So utilizing aliens and mutants and, strange strains of humanity, yeah, they're going to do it, especially her on Blackheart, because he doesn't care.
Nope. No.
He absolutely doesn't care. He's a very unusual dynamic for the Chaos Space Marines, in that he doesn't really have the same agendas that like Abaddon does or that Fabius does. His interests are sort of more material.
Mm-hmm.
They're more about carving out his own empire. They're not even technically about like destroying the Imperium, although he doesn't like the Imperium very much.
No.
He's more about setting up like an alternative to the Imperium, another empire, which he's done. He's done quite successfully, by all accounts.
I mean, I'm genuinely interested to see when this book comes out, exactly where Blackheart is and what he's been doing for the last...
what he's doing within like the narrative, right?
Yeah.
It's the politics of it that's so interesting. Like, where is he in relation to, for example, Abaddon and the big crusades that the traitor legions are waging? That interests me.
Yeah,
very, very much. But also, I mean, like in pure game terms, I love the fact that they've done this. I love the fact that they're branching out, that they're actually looking at the weirder, like offshoots of the main armies, and they're producing new miniatures for them, and they're making them official, established parts of the game. It just expands things so beautifully.
Yeah, it really does, and the Raiders, Raiders is the wrong word. What are they called?
The Red Corsairs.
No,
the Red Corsair Raiders.
Yeah, but they're not Chaos Marines. They're Renegade. Renegade. Yeah.
Yeah, Renegade. Yeah.
Sorry, that word went straight out of my brain there. I was like, I'm spending too much time looking at Plunder and going, oh, he's a good boy. He's a good boy. Look at Plunder. Oh, he's a good boy. The Renegades have always fascinated me because
I love them.
They're not fully chaos, as such, but they're also definitely not imperialistic. And
the Red Corsairs are like the poster boys for that dynamic. They utilize chaos, and some of them are a bit more devout than the others, but it's more like they use chaos for their own ends rather than them being devout. I mean, Huron, when you read the background on him, Mike Brooks's book in particular, when he was injured at the end of the Badab War, he was hit by a melter blast and half of his body was destroyed. The rumor is that one of the reasons he survived is because he made a pact with the Dark Powers, and he's kind of paying it back over time. That's one of the... it's kind of established in the Mike Brooks novel about him.
So the way I've always thought is, if I was to do a Renegades army, and it's a thought that I've had for many, many times over the years, is I would have it so each one's painted in a different chapter's colours. Yeah. So,
That totally makes... I mean, originally, if you look at the old versions, like the ones from Second Ed of the Red Corsairs, that's what they look like.
Yeah.
Because their background was that they obliterated their old chapter heraldry with red markings, which is why they're called the Red Corsairs.
Yeah. And so it'd be really cool to just have like all these different miniatures. So you don't use the Chaos Marines ones. You use a mix of Chaos and Imperial and everything. Yeah. And you just mix everything together. And
because that's what they were.
Yeah. And you have such an amazing looking army.
I love it. I love the idea. By the by, do you know why he turned renegade? Do you know like what the core reason for the Badab War was?
I'm sure I do, but please continue.
He wouldn't pay his taxes.
I mean, same,
But it's a bit more complex than that. But ultimately, blithely, he refused to pay his taxes to the Imperium, and that's kind of why it happened.
So what you're saying is, if you refuse to pay your taxes, you can get some power armor and start fighting.
Pretty much, yeah.
Right, so
carve out your own empire, yeah.
So everybody, if you want to join my new political party, the "we will not pay our taxes, but instead we'll wear power armor and stand on people's heads" party, then actually, give me a call.
Like, to be fair, if you read the big books that Forge World released about the Badab War that really fleshed it out, and there was also like a Forge World miniature of Huron when he was Luft-Huron, not the Tyrant of Badab. It's a bit more nuanced than that. I mean, his chapter, the Astral Claws, were bled white because they were established in a really dangerous part of the Imperium where they and the chapters with them were constantly fighting, but the Imperium was ignoring them. It was tithing them and taxing them to such a degree that they couldn't continue to fight the wars they were fighting on behalf of the Imperium and survive. So Huron said, no, we need the resources to fight your wars, goddammit.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously the Imperium doesn't give two shits. So they were like, no, you're still paying your taxes anyway. And then sent several other chapters of Space Marines to fight them.
That's cool.
If you read the books, I mean, it's easy to see why he turned. I mean, he's one of the really good examples of a villain that didn't need to be a villain.
Mm-hmm. He was pushed into it.
He really didn't.
Yeah,
he really was. He's one of, when you read the background, he was really pushed into it. I mean, at this point, yes, he's an evil bastard, and he's pretty saturated with chaos, and he's in pain all of the time, which has probably driven him a bit mad.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit.
Half of his body is replaced by bionics because of that melter blast.
Mm-hmm. No.
But the other thing that really fascinates me, and I knew they were releasing this, but I was not expecting them to do the Raiders, the normal renegade Space Marines, and make them distinct from the Legionaries, from the Traitor Legions. That's brilliant.
Yeah. That's really good.
Absolutely brilliant. Because again, it establishes in the background this difference. So now you can go buck wild, right? You can make up your own renegade chapters or your own war bands, which are, you can either have your traitor legions if you want, or you can have these guys. It's brilliant. I'm really, really pleased. And these guys are good. They're really good in the game.
There is a part of me that is tempted to do a small renegades army using the colour scheme that I had in the mid-90s. This was the mid-90s, so, I make no apologies for it. I was young and I was stupid. Based entirely on the image character Spawn. So a lot of capes, a lot of black, a lot of red.
Okay, that looked pretty good, I think, as a theme.
I think I've got the painting skills now to make it not look shit. It looked shit back then.
Yeah, I mean, Daffith, Arbitarian's video on the Badab War, brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. It really goes into such depth on how it happened and the circumstances around it.
I'll probably watch that.
It's very good. Yeah, it's very good.
The other cool thing, of course, the releases that coming alongside the Maelstrom is the Eldritch Raiders, with quite possibly the single best Eldar miniature in years. Agreed.
The Farseer, the witch,
Yep.
It's based on the very, 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 very old Farseer model, the metal one, which was one of the very first Farseer models.
I think you'll find he was lead. He wasn't even metal. He
was. Yeah, he was. I love the helmet with the bug-like bulbous eyes. Brilliant. And this is cool too, because we've got the piratical Elder and the Drukhari, but this is the first time we've had the pirates and the Corsairs being pretty much an army in and of themselves. You can make like an army of Corsairs now.
Yep, which is awesome.
That's very cool. Prince Iriel! Yay, he's back!
I do think, however, as this Maelstrom Battle Force goes along, it gets a little less interesting because the Drukhari, I mean, it's really cool. It's it's a really nice ball box. And then the Votan one is, oh look, it's just some Votan. But it's not even proper Votan. It's just robots, which, that's cool. I love the Votan robots, but they're not really political, are they, in nature?
Of course, no. I mean, they're pushing it with the Votan, aren't they? The theme. They're pushing it just a little bit.
Yeah.
But the other thing that's really exciting from the Into the Maelstrom book that people are going absolutely nuts over is the character creation rules.
Oh. Yeah, yeah, give me that.
It's called the Crucible or something like that. So basically, every army in 40k in the Into the Maelstrom book has a set of rules for creating their own characters.
Yeah, and I think the Age of Sigmar's done it really well with the Anvil of Apotheosis. It's one of my favourite parts of AOS, is just rolling up a character and see what you get. It's really fun. If it's anywhere near as good as the Anvil of Apotheosis, it's going to be an absolute joy.
Well, it looks brilliant. People have been experimenting wildly with it. It looks very open, but oddly very balanced as well. Very balanced indeed. The characters you can create are not going to like destroy the game or anything like that. They just fill gaps.
Yeah.
They fill gaps in armies that sorely need characters in those roles, right? And the way it works is great. So each army has a series of archetypes, which are just like baseline characters that have rules and stats, and then you add different special rules to them and specialisms, and you can give them, some of them you can give vehicles, you can give jump packs, or you can give Terminator armor or something like that, and then you can give them custom weapons as well. It's cool. It's really fun. And the ability this ability to create essentially your own little special character, the warlord of your army that's your avatar on the tabletop. We haven't had that for a very long time.
No, very, very long time. In fact,
several editions, really.
Yeah. I'm trying to think back now, in 20 years?
Long time. Long time. Yeah. And people are loving it. They're really loving it. If you look at the feedback online, people are everyone seems to be of the same perspective, which is they need to introduce this into the mainstream rules.
Oh, I think they will. In the same way that boarding actions ended up being an actual way of playing 40k, and my preferred way of playing 40k, I might add.
And also probably the best way of playing 40k. Yes, it's very good.
I love boarding actions.
Boarding actions is amazing.
Yeah. And I heard you laughing there when I said 20 years, by the way, Andy. Just want to point out, I heard you laughing at my ancient creaking bones.
Well, it was better than screaming.
Is it?
It'd be less distracting for the show.
But no, it's lovely to see. I mean, this book in particular has been really well received. People are saying it's like the best campaign book for donkey's years in 40k.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I keep hearing, is that it is to 40k what Be'lakor was to Age of Sigmar. It's that good. Which
haven't got my copy yet, but it's coming in the post, and I can't wait. I cannot wait.
Carrying on with 40k then, shall we get into the Warpsmith?
Well, I mean, this was the big shocker, right? This is the thing that nobody really expected. We all kind of knew that Huron was coming, and we all knew that like the Renegades were going to be a thing, the Red Corsairs. What we didn't expect was that teaser at the end of the reveal show.
Yep.
The friggin' Iron Warriors.
It's something special, like, isn't it?
What the hell? What the hell? Nobody expected that.
Nobody expects the Iron Warriors.
No, apparently not. I mean, it's the thing is, they always do this with the Imperial Space Marines. You know, they introduce new units and new characters, especially towards the end of editions. They always introduce like chapter-specific stuff.
Yeah,
but they don't do it with the Undivided Traitor Legions. They just don't. It very rarely happens. But it looks like that's exactly what they're doing now.
Yep.
Because there is as we said, there's another book coming. There's another book like a campaign book called Into the Eye of Terror, and it involves the Iron Warriors. But it's more than that. They are making there's like an Iron Warriors miniatures range.
Yeah. Which when did the Iron Warriors ever get anything
right
bespoke?
The last
Sorry, was that a line that Perturabo said?
it does sound like it, doesn't it? It does. Yeah, it's bitter enough, isn't it? But
When's the last time the Iron Warriors got anything bespoke?
Well, I mean, the last time the Iron Warriors got specific miniatures was 3.5.
Jesus Christ.
Long time ago. Yeah, long time ago. But they're so popular. They are so popular, and they have been since 3.5 because they were really good back then. And of course, you had Storm of Iron, which got everybody into the Iron Warrior. Everybody loved them. Every other army was an Iron Warriors army back then. So they've remained popular. So it makes sense for them to start with the Iron Warriors. I mean, I know they kind of technically started with the Night Lords, with the kill team stuff.
Yeah.
But that was almost like testing the waters, wasn't it? They were trying to see if Legion-specific stuff would sell well, if people would go for it, and they did, in a big way.
Yeah.
And so we've got these guys. We've got this Iron Warriors upgrade kit for your Legion areas, which makes them a little bit more industrial, a little bit more cyberpunk, which is very nice. It's very,
I like how it shows the shoulder pads with the chevrons on.
The chevrons, and they're actually...
like that.
Yeah.
You have to paint that yourself. Good luck.
Wouldn't it be weird if they're actually slightly ingressed? Like the black bits are slightly ingressed? I don't know. I can't tell.
I don't think they'd show them as part of the upgrade kit. They wouldn't be part of the upgrade kit if they didn't have the chevrons as part of it.
I don't know. I think they'd be painted on there more so than anything, just because it's implied. Maybe there'd be a slight groove, but I think I'd be a little bit surprised, to be honest. Hopefully they are, though. It makes things
I'd hope so.
a lot easier to paint.
Yeah.
Yes, it would. Bloody hell, wouldn't it just? Yeah. But no, it's lovely. I mean, and also what this implies is brilliant. Because if they're doing it for the Iron Warriors, and they've done it for the Night Lords technically, they'll do it for the others. They'll do it for the others eventually. So the Word Bearers will be coming at some point.
You'll get an Erebus mini at some point soon with the campaign around him.
There is no doubt in my mind.
Yeah.
If they do a special character for the Word Bearers release, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, if they've done the Iron Warriors and they've done the Renegades, because who the fuck are the Renegades, really, compared to the other legions?
Compared to the big
everything's back on the table now, so...
Yeah. The Erebus is almost a shoo-in, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if they do an Erebus miniature, they're going to have to give him a special rule whereby any unit that comes within so many inches of him has to charge him and gets hatred, gets special rules for hatred.
Roll for leadership. Rule called he's a cunt.
Yeah, that's it. That should be the rule. That should be the rule, basically. That should be the rule. Yeah.
I mean, if it's just called an F Erebus, I'm going to be so happy.
In fact, you should have a special rule where if the enemy kills him, then they automatically win the game. Doesn't matter what else happens, right?
What about if their own side kills Erebus? Do they instantly win the game as well?
Yeah, actually, yeah. Yeah, because that would probably happen too, you know? He's so hated. But no, it's brilliant.
One exception, the Orcs. The Orcs have to protect him because it would mean more fighting.
More fighting, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they'd love him, right?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Oh, man.
But no, it's great. It's really, really cool. I'm so pleased they're doing it. But again, it's bigger. It's a bigger range than I thought it was going to be. You've not just got the Iron Warriors upgrade kit. You've got a special character.
Ah, yes.
You've actually got a Warsmith special character in Terminator armor, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
He's a beauty.
He's great. He's so iconically Iron Warrior.
Mm-hmm. He just looks like a siege weapon, and that's perfect. Absolutely
walking
perfect.
Siege weapon. I love him.
Yeah.
What's his hammer called again? The last answer or the last argument?
I think it was the last argument, wasn't it?
The last argument. It's like
yeah. None are as deadly as the last argument. His personally crafted Thunderhammer.
Love it. I also love the fact he's he's reflective of a thing that's been happening in the Traitor Legion background for a while. They're 10,000 years old. There aren't that many of the original veterans left, and they've been recruiting and creating new Space Marines throughout all that time. He's quite a young Iron Warrior.
Yeah.
He's not one of the ones who, like, he's not like, say, Foryx or, one of the ones who was, or what's the other one? I can't remember the other one's name, but the characters from the Horus Heresy, effectively. He's more like Honsuo, from the Iron Warriors books, from the Storm of Iron. He's a more recently created Iron Warrior, or more recently recruited one.
Yeah, he's only been in service for 2,000 years before the Great Rift. So
yeah, that's right. So he's quite young as they go.
He's a baby.
He's still much older than most Imperial Space Marines, because the oldest one is Dante, who's 500 years old. Mm-hmm. But he's pretty goddamn young for a Traitor Legionary and for an Iron Warrior.
Right. So, because of what Andy's just said, I want to get him. I want to 3D print a baby's face. And have that in there, because that would be horrific.
It would be absolutely horrific.
Have the model look like the 3D movie The Boss Baby?
No. I will.
Alec Baldwin's 3D baby head.
I will not have anything that reminds me of the goddamn Boss Baby anywhere near me. You've ruined it, Andy. You've ruined it.
Yeah, that's what I do, baby.
But it's like what he represents that excites me. He hasn't existed before this guy. He's not in any books. He's not in any video games or anything like that. He's a totally new character. And the fact that they're willing to do that.
Yep. Yeah.
I love it. I love it to bits. Because obviously this guy's going to go on to become iconic of the Iron Warriors, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think so. I mean, I will not be surprised if you get like a Graham McNeil book about him before the end of the year,
Wouldn't surprise me in the least. Would not surprise me in the least. And if anyone's going to write it, it's got to be, the godfather of the Iron Warriors, right? It's got to be Graham McNeil.
Yeah.
Look, it's called Soul Loser. It has this guy, and he's playing a game of chess against a human to see if the human can beat him, and if he does, the human goes free. The human beats him, and he beats him to death with his hammer. Argument over.
Yeah, there's the last argument.
Yep.
Actually,
and hence the name Soul Loser.
Actually, a game of regicide against like a captured human soldier as a form of cruelty. I can kind of see it happening.
Use that to spin off into different stories and make it into an anthology book. Yeah,
it could work. Seriously,
they could have philosophical conversations as they're playing the game.
Yeah,
as the human's getting better at him, he's teaching him in a sense, and then he just kills him for one petty reason.
Yeah.
And it has to be a really petty reason that he kills him.
So look at him, right? So you've got the human like saying, but of course, in order to win, you have to be ready to lose. And this guy just turns around and goes,
"Fuck you, iron within, iron without,"
and just smacks him with that hammer. It's.
I see it more like he just says wrong and just gets his finger and presses down in the center of his hand, so all the bones break in his hand. He goes wrong.
That's definitely something an Iron Warrior would do.
No,
doesn't kill him. Just like there's your lesson for today. Okay, now you can go back to your prison cell and heal up, and then I'll play you again. And let's see if you see something stupid again.
Seriously, you could write that. That's a good basis for a story. It is. It would work.
Right, should we move into the last bit then?
Shall we?
The highlight of this episode, I think, for most of us, the Defiler has arrived. A brand new Defiler.
Holy shit! I mean, we kind of knew from the teaser that that's what it was, because they showed you the claw, and there wasn't much else it could be. But wasn't expecting it to be this good.
I wasn't expecting it to have nipple lasers, and I wasn't expecting it to have the 4 Chaos Power heads.
No, that's really interesting. Because, of course, we were talking about when the Emperor's Children came out, the Codex, don't get me wrong, Codex is really good, but there's a lot of units in it that are not in it that should be there.
Mm-hmm.
Things like the Defiler, the Forge Fiend, and the Demon Engines and things. You're like, well, why aren't they in it? And it's very clear why they're not in it. This was impending, and they didn't want people buying the old Defiler, the old miniatures. So this is, and they have answered the question: is it going to be like released for the Emperor's Children? Yes, it is.
Yep.
So they're going to be getting their own bespoke data slate for it, as are the other cult legions, as well as the main Undivided Chaos Space Marines.
And the Iron Warriors. Because there's an Iron Warriors build as well.
Yes, there's an Iron Warriors specific one, which is really kind of interesting, because that's the first time that has happened.
Yeah.
That one of the Traitor Legions has got their own version of one of the demon engines, and it makes sense for the Iron Warriors to have it, because they're all about the demon engines, right? I mean, like, dynamically, this thing is going to change the way the Emperor's Children play. Completely. Because they don't have units like this. They don't have the big sort of tank-busting heavy armor units. So yeah, this is very interesting. And also, it's not just going to have the Defiler data slate that's in the Chaos Space Marines, because it's got different weapon options.
No.
It's got, like, if you notice, there's a variation between the cannons you can have in its chest.
Yep.
So one of them is like an ectoplasma gun, and one of them is the classic battle cannon.
Yeah. Have you noticed that the Iron Warriors one stands up the straightest?
Yes, and also, if you look, it's got 2 dual laser cannons.
Yep.
Oh, the
yeah, but it's going to get
firepower.
knifed, so it can't be that good.
Oh, yeah.
He's
But my
fucked.
God.
One
the
Imperial Guard and a
firepower.
knife. He's not surviving.
Yeah,
that.
he's done, right?
I mean, the defiling. The defiler's done. A man with a knife, but his bread, he will.
But no, the firepower on this thing, it's going to give some real heavy firepower to a lot of the Chaos armies that kind of need it.
Well, yeah, I mean, imagine what this is going to do to the Thousand Suns.
Yeah.
Because the Thousand Suns are suddenly going to have a very large siege weapon in the middle of their midst, which that's not what the Thousand Suns are built to do.
A bit more heavy, like, combat capacity as well. It's going to be doing a lot of heavy lifting in a lot of the cult legions, actually, this is. The Emperor's Children, it's going to fulfill lots of roles. The Death Guard, very much so. Very much so.
Do you think he'll be slightly faster than most Death Guard?
It might be. Although I guarantee you the Death Guard one, the Death Guard data slater, will be slower.
Yeah, I have a feeling they'll probably tweak them to be a little bit different.
So the
Emperor's Children one will be a little less armor.
Yeah, and faster. Much faster. Yeah, definitely. Without a shadow of a doubt. But no, it's very impressive. I mean, and again, the response has been universal. People love this thing.
Right, so absolutely. Is it wrong that I find the Death Guard version really, really cute?
What about it makes it cute?
It's his little eyes. It's like, hello, my name's Bert, and I'm here to help. He's just... He just looked like
the little sort of plague bearer cyclopean thing that he's got going on.
It's like the Khorne one. It's exactly what you'd expect from Khorne. It's like angry face, grrr, rog. The Zechian one is like, oh, look at me, I'm all aloof, little bit avian.
People say on Facebook that it looks like Zoolander Blue Steel.
Oh, yes, it does.
The Thousand Suns one.
Yeah, absolutely, yes. Now you've said that, I can absolutely see it. The Emperor's Children one, it's exactly what you'd expect. It's
exactly what you'd expect.
Yep, it's a lot of curves and sensuous lines, and then you get the Death Guard one. It's just like, hello, I am also here, and he's adorable. I love him.
Oh well, that fits for Nurgle as well, because a lot of Nurgle is adorable.
Yeah, exactly.
In its own grotesque way.
Excuse me, could you possibly throw that arm for me to chase and then bring back to you? Yeah, look at him. He's... Oh.
But no, it's great. It's a brilliant... I mean, this is more like what I expect the Demon Engines to be.
Yeah. I mean, it's weirdly sharp and gooey at the same time.
Yeah. It's got a great silhouette as well. Like, from multiple angles, it's got this great silhouette going on. I love it. I absolutely love it. One of the units I never took before because I just didn't like the miniature, you know?
Yeah.
I'm getting 2 for my Emperor's Children.
When you get yours, can I buy the little Nurgle head?
Little Nurgle head, yeah, sure.
You
can have it, I'll send it to you.
Because it would just be so cool having a Death Guard with that giant head attached to it. Like, hello.
Yeah, actually, it would work on like a Terminator or like a...
Yeah.
like a lord, like one of the big Death Guard lords, it would work. Or you could use it for a demon prince, actually. It would work great on a demon prince.
You don't want to just put little spider legs on it, like from the thing.
From the thing, yeah. Let it walk around. I mean,
No!
use it as a nurgling, yeah.
No. Better idea. You just put a pair of nurgling feet underneath it, and it's just walking around.
Yeah, that works.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. But if this is the way they're going with the demon engines, then yes, please.
Yeah.
More of this. It's that problem. They're going to have to redo all of the other demon engines.
Is the Hell Chicken in the...
Oh, God.
Is that rule set is that data slate in the current codexes?
Yes.
Shit.
Yes. So it may or may not be getting a redo, who knows?
Yeah.
But it does need one because it's bad.
Well,
it was always bad. It was never a good mini, that one.
No, it's
too silly.
Yeah.
Too silly, yeah. It's just way too silly. The way the legs
It works
stick out.
perfectly fine for Chaos Dwarf or Fantasy Battle Chaos Dwarfs.
Mm-hmm.
It would be fine for that.
Yeah.
Chaos Space Marines, though? No.
No. I remember playing that Titan game that you can get on Android. And it's surprisingly a decent game. It wasn't... Yeah, you didn't have to pay money in order to play the levels, so that was nice.
Well, there's that, isn't there?
Yeah.
What a win.
It's a small thing, but it's important. But I remember when the Hell Turkeys kind of turned up for the first time, and I was just, nah, you're all right, thanks. I'm not doing that level. I can't be bothered. Right.
I have got the set somewhere around here, and I've never been able to put it together in a way that I like.
No.
It just looks weird. The wings are bizarre. They're like too forward and too top heavy. The legs that stick out the back are stupid.
Yeah.
Could you mix it with the dragon kit and do something with it that way?
Yes. Now that's exactly what I'm thinking. That's exactly what I'm thinking.
Not cheap though, unfortunately.
No, it is not.
Prince Vordrek's dragon, is that his name?
Vordrai, yeah. Prince Vordrai's dragon.
Maybe you could do something with that, I guess.
That'd be good. The old zombie dragon would be good. That'd be a good basis. You could strap bits of the armor to it and whatnot, and put the bale flamer in its mouth. That'd work.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm impressed with this. I'm very impressed. I mean, as I say, we knew it was coming because they showed you the claw, and it's like, yeah, couldn't be anything else. But I wasn't expecting it to have the impact that it did.
No, I don't think anyone did. I don't think anyone expected this to land with the crater that it did. It's like, oh wow,
it's a win for Games Workshop. This, when it's out, people, it's gonna sell like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah, I love this picture at the very end where it's got the 3 guardsmen just like looking at it and going, "Well, shit." Yeah,
damn. Oh dear.
Oopsie, I've got problems.
Yeah.
So I think,
it's been good. It's been good eating if you're a Chaos player.
Yeah. So, what we don't normally do at this point is tell you what we're going to do for the next episode, but I'm going to change that because
oh my god,
we're going to be changing things up a little bit for the next episode of the Fluffenhammer, because next episode we're going to be talking about Bluebird toys. Mostly because they have got a couple of attempts at entry into tabletop gaming. And I think they're an interesting company that is incredibly British, and they kind of go hand in hand with Games Workshop for a lot of the stuff that they try to do. So that's what we're going to do for the next episode. So between now and then, if you follow us on any form of social media, on Facebook, on the Blue Sky, Instagram, anywhere like that, send us a message or tag us and let us know your memories of Bluebird toys, and we'll read them out in the next episode. Because we're trying something very different here, and I don't know how well it's going to work. So I would like to get some community involvement. So you guys out there, tell us about any memories you have of Mighty Max or
Manta Force.
Yep, Mighty Gladiators,
Warriors of Kerrang,
and of course the pinnacle of the conversation that we're going to have, which is going to be the greatest tabletop game ever made, Havoc.
Yeah, jeez.
So it's going to be a really interesting discussion, and I know that Andy is going to be like, oh no, we're talking about Mighty Max for 4 hours.
Yeah, Polly Pocket, son. Let's go.
I think I'm going to be that too, because Mighty Max is definitely my favourite of the Bluebird stuff.
See, Manta Force for me.
I love Mantiforce
Very
too.
good.
Love it to bits.
Yeah.
Love it to bits.
It's I will never forget the day that me and Andy went into a little second-hand toy shop in Newcastle to have a look at the Mantiforce big set, the big white spaceship.
The original ship,
yep.
the Mantiforce ship.
And he pulled it down, and he had set it up perfectly, because from the underneath it looked really good condition. And then you saw the top, and it had nothing. It was...
It was bare.
Yeah. So...
No.
I was sad. Very sad. But anyhow. So, with all that being said, let's start getting out of here. Andy, where can people find you if they want to stuff you into a demon engine?
You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube as Decayed Andy, and I'm on the Moonbase 2 Transformers podcast, where we stream on those places as well on a Sunday at 9:30 in the evening UK time.
Cool. And George, where can people find you if they wanted to stuff you into Terminator armor?
They can find me over at the Exaggerated Elegy YouTube channel, where there are lots of podcasts about fiction and media in general and whatnot. Currently restarted Hannibal Digested, which is about Brian Fuller's Hannibal series. We're just finished season 2 and moving on to season 3. You can find links to all of my published work over at strangeplaygrounds.com and on the Evil Empire of Amazon. If you type in George Daniel Lee, you'll find my author page and links to all of my published work. You can find some of my work over at Arrow Films on the Hellraiser and In the Mouth of Madness UHD and Blu-ray sets. Myself and my colleague Kit Power are on some of the extras on those sets. And you can find my non-fiction over at the Ginger Nuts of Horror, the My Life in Horror series, which is going to have a few more entries very, very soon.
I ever told you to slap Kit Power just for his Millionaire's Day stuff?
Yeah, it's so good, isn't it? Did you see the video we did?
Yes, yes, I did.
It was so much fun.
Yeah, just pointing that out. That I don't know if I ever told you that or not, because it's a really good book.
Yeah. Oh, but I will tell him. He'll be pleased. He'll be very pleased.
God damn, the stuff that he did around it is spectacular.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? It's good, right?
Oh, God damn it. Wonderful piece of performance art. Very impressed.
Very clever, right? The marketing was very good.
Top notch. And it helps as well. It was a really, really good book. So,
and it's a great book, yeah.
Yeah. As for myself, if you want any Fluffenhammer stuff, just search for the Fluffenhammer. We are on Facebook. We have a group there. We have a page there. We're on Blue Sky. We're on Instagram. We're on Threads, apparently. I don't really post to Threads, but we're on there. Don't know how.
Whenever anybody says that, I get an involuntary shudder because all I can think of is bombs over Sheffield.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird. I never really thought of Sheffield until last year when me and Andy went to bring out your lead, and then Sheffield just keeps turning up in conversations everywhere. It's freaks me out. I don't know what's going on with the world. My personal stuff you can find on Adam Nicol, that's Nicol, AD Nicol at Weebly.com. That's all of my personal art, my personal bits and bobs and all sorts of things. And you can find my books on Amazon if you go to Amazon and search AD Nicol, because that's where they are. So go buy my books. You can also find our Patreon at patreon.com/The Fluffenhammer. If you join up, you get a weekly show, The Deeper Dives, where I force people to read an old White Dwarf article with me. You also get everything, all the other shows a little bit early and stuff like that. So, for two quid, it's not a bad place to go, not a bad place to join up. I put a lot of work into this stuff, so please, God, give me money. And with all that being said, we're going to get out of here. So, thank you very much to Andy and George for joining me this evening.
Oh, always a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
And thank you very much to you guys at home for listening, if indeed you still are. Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys. Bye.